Ask that everyone please rise, move your hat for our national anthem, played today by Tony Kelly, an honor student, UNB. Thank you, Tony. If everyone could please remain standing, take a moment of silence for college player number 39, Jack Winter, that passed earlier this year. For those of you new to UNB, we welcome you as part of one of the oldest university football traditions in Canada. UNB Red Bombers Football Club first took the field at the end of orientation week in September 1949. Draw your attention to the house at the west end of the field and the banners honoring past Red Bomber players and championship teams. Today, your three-time AFL champion UNB Red Bombers meet the four-time AFL champion Holland College Hurricanes from Charlottetown. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's today's starting lineup for your 2019 UNB Red Bombers. At quarterback, number 6, Will Hick. At receiver, number 12, Jake McKay. At running back, number 21, Dylan Waugh. At offensive line, number 52, Mark Doucette. Also at offensive line, number 55, Sebastian Charette. Offensive lineman number 64, Luke Saunders. Offensive lineman number 67, Cameron Butler. Offensive lineman number 68, Kyle Tower. Receiver number 80, Brady Manderville. Also at receiver, number 84, Sam Phillip. Receiver number 87, Jackson Green. And receiver number 88, Matt LaFleur. In his first year coaching, Vince Sturgeon. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to center field, Craig Fernandez, president of the UNB Student Union, who will perform the ceremonial kickoff for the UNB Red Bombers 2019 season on behalf of the UNB student body.
1, 2, 3, bomber!
Accompanying Craig is Dylan Waugh, a third-year kinesiology student, the running back with the Red Bombers and the current president of the UNB Red Bombers Players Executive. Give it all you got, Craig. Thank you, Craig. And thank you to all the students of the University of New Brunswick for your support of the UNB Red Bombers football program. And with that, our opening ceremonies are complete. Mr. Head Referee, the field is yours, sir. Let's play football.
All right. And with that, good afternoon, good evening, football fans. Welcome to BMO Center Field on the beautiful UNB Fredericton campus in Fredericton, New Brunswick for the UNB Red Bombers home opener against the Holland College Hurricanes in the Atlantic Football League. If you're tuning in to Justin Wise and Ian McMillan. We are going to do the webcast today. Very excited to kick off a brand new season of AFL football. For Bombers fans, obviously we're hoping to go a little further into the playoffs this year. But we are expecting some excellent football regardless. Holland College, very pumped up on their side. Oh, we're just doing a little sound adjustment. Thank you. All right. So the players are at center doing the coin toss. It looks like Holland College may have won, and they've elected to receive. So we're going to do all kinds of exciting things for you today. Our friends at Streamlight Production, who put together the beautiful visual effects and do all of the videography for these productions, have they have some replay technology lined up for us today. So even if action is not going on exactly at any particular moment, there's likely going to be something going on momentarily at breaks with replays, some wonderful commentary from Ian and myself. Doing our best to keep you entertained this evening. If you're in Fredericton watching on the webcast, I get it, I understand. It's a little rainy, a little cold, but lots of energy down here. There's a good-sized crowd starting to creep in.
Well, Justin, it's impressive given that this is Harvest Jazz and Blues that we've got anybody having so impressive with all the talent that's come to town this weekend, including Robert Plant last night.
Absolutely. It's this is a huge weekend in Fredericton every year. The Harvest Festival is probably the single biggest event that Fredericton puts on an annual basis, and maybe these are the people who went to the show last night. Maybe these are the Robert Plant fans, and they've had their fill, and now they need football.
Well, I'll have to check it out. I was at the show, so I'll see if anybody looks familiar.
All right, so the Red Bombers will be kicking off. That's Marcus Urquhart.
Marcus Urquhart.
And we're off. The ball fielded on a single bounce by the Hurricanes returner. That's number 80. Marco Brianes Gutierrez. In case you're hearing the on-field announcer.
34-yard line where they will scrimmage 1st and 10.
So we'll see the Holland College offense first today. They are 1st and 10 on their own 34-yard line.
So for all you Holland College fans, I'm sure you've noticed that they're sporting brand new uniforms this year. Looking sharp.
Not to take away, of course, from UNB's own new uniforms. And also, you see on the Bombers' helmets this year, the new UNB Reds logo. All UNB sports teams are wearing this UNB Red logo, which kind of looks like red-black.
Petrosic taken down.
Michael Petrosic with the carry.
Is Dylan Muirhead with the tackle.
Gain. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 on the Hurricanes' 34-yard line. Excuse me, 35-yard line. Gain of 1 yard.
So please find one of them.
UNB, very young team, a lot of rookies in the starting defense. And the pass intended for number 87. Oh, there's a flag down.
Thomas Jarabek was the intended receiver.
Flag on the play.
And we'll see what the call is for. It was in the area of the intended receiver. So that's a legal contact against UNB, so that will be a penalty. I think they'll march him up 10 yards, and that'll be a 1st and 10.
That'll be a 1st down for Holland College.
So that's a 10-yard penalty. So 1st and 10, Holland College.
And while they set up
on their own 45-yard line.
The first one's a $100 gift card from the campus bookstore to be drawn in quarter number 2, and I'll tell you about the other one in just a sec.
Pass to the left, connected with number 17.
Matthew Mitchell. Matthew Mariah K. Mitchell was the receiver.
And of course, we remember Matthew from last year. He made our job up here in the booth very difficult. He's got a fun name.
Like a man down for UNB.
Holland College's starting quarterback today is Michael, and Ian, tell me if I'm wrong, Petrosic, thank you, Petrosic. So for Michael Petrosic fans out there, if we're saying it wrong, you can comment on our Facebook page or the Twitter account at UNB Red Bombers.
Contest is also for a $100 gift certificate. But this one
We monitor social media as the evening goes on.
Quarter number 3.
So with a completion, that's going to bring up another 1st and 10 for the Holland College Hurricanes. They have creeped into Bombers territory. They're on the Bombers' 53-yard line. Out of the gun, it's a handoff. Big run up the middle, number 34.
Rodrigo Montez de Orca, or Oca.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and, I'm going to say that's 2nd and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4, so it was a 6-yard gain.
Of course, and I believe fans at home, I believe you can hear the on-field announcer. We try to make the same guess on the down and distance. Oh, we know the down. We try to make the same guess on the distance. We don't always get it right. It depends where the refs actually end up placing the ball. So out of the gun, again, this is going to be another handoff, and the Bombers defense bottles him up. This time brings him down. 99 making first contact.
Oka was held for a loss there.
Gabriel St. Germain. First to get his hands off. That was a loss.
With the stop.
So that'll bring up 3rd and 7, and I believe the Hurricanes are going to punt.
Actually was a loss on that play, so it'll be 3rd and 7.
You see defensive coaches, Bombers defensive coaches getting very animated on the sideline. Coach James Edward, Coach Josh McKay.
Matt LaFleur's waiting for the punt.
Matt LaFleur, an absolutely electric returner, incredibly talented, all-around. He's one of these just spectacular all-around athletes, and he plays football. He's lightning with the ball in his hand.
Kay Mitchell's punt goes out of bounds. Red Bombers will scrimmage 1st and 10.
So we'll get our first look at the Bombers offense now. They've got some work to do. It'll be 1st and 10. We'll see where they mark. It's 1st and 10 on the Bombers' 25-yard line.
Justin, if I was watching some of the articles prior to the game, Coach Spurgeon wasn't quick to tell us who was going to start at quarterback, but with the announcement of the starting lineup, it's William Hicks this evening.
William Hicks. Well, that's interesting. Coach Sturgeon playing a little Bill Belichick style commentating. We're gonna play some football today, and we're gonna try to score some points. And this one's going to be a big handoff and a big run by
with the
Dylan
carry
Waugh.
in a big game. He opens
It's a big run to the
UNB
right
Red
for a first
Bombers
down.
offensive season with a carry
So
up
that'll
to
bring
their
up
own
1st and 10 for the
45-yard
Bombers
line. It'll be a
on
first down, Red Bombers.
their 45-yard line. So Dylan Waugh, Dylan Waugh's been with the team for 3 years. And this is another handoff to Dylan. And there's a flag down. There's a flag down somewhere near the secondary. So I'm not sure what this is going to be. Oh, this is a hold against the Bombers. So this run is coming back. So this will be a first down if the penalty was in fact where the flag went down. So it'll be a first down, but they're going to mark them back 10 yards. So it'll be. I think this is going to end up being a gain of about 3 yards.
Yeah, good catch, Justin. It's holding against UNB.
Penalty call is holding against UNB. It's after the yards were gained, so it will be a first down for UNB, but 10 yards further back.
So UNB gets a net gain of something like 3 to 4 yards and 1st and 10.
Looks like the skies are clearing up here a little bit of wind out there, but I'm not seeing any rain, which is great. When it gets rainy, the ball gets pretty slick. We start seeing some fumbles. You can't pass as much, and it's a bit of a less exciting game. Going straight back to Dylan Waugh. He's doing some work here today. He catches the end, and he picks up enough for a first. That'll be a first down UNB.
Dylan Waugh gets the corner, picks up another 12 yards. That'll be another
well
first
into
down
Holland
for
College
UNB
territory.
Red Bombers.
Well, Dylan Waugh's turned into be a one-man wrecking crew, 3 plays in a row.
He's looking fast. He's looking strong. Now, and Dylan, the Bombers last year had 3 spectacular runners, and Dylan was one of them. But they really used a 3-headed monster offense for their runners, and it seems like Dylan's the bell cow this year. And straight back to Dylan. He's up the middle for a gain of about, I think that's going to be about 8 or 9 yards.
Waugh breaks the tackle, picks up 8 yards. It looks like it'll be 2nd and 2 for the Red Bombers.
So 2nd and 2 for the Bombers. Look at the Bombers getting all technical on the sidelines with looks like they're sending plays in on digital boards. We're high tech here at UNB Fredericton.
First down for Dylan.
Middle,
1st and 10 for the Bombers on the Hurricanes 30. We'll see where they mark it. The 35-yard line. They just keep creeping up there. 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Bombers on the Hurricanes 35-yard line.
You can imagine there's a lot of chatter with the defensive coordinator for the Hurricanes to figure out how to stop Dylan.
They don't seem to be able to do anything right now. I mean, he's running hard up the middle. He's catching the edge. And this one's going to be a keep. That's William Hicks around the end himself. And he gets pushed out of bounds for a gain of about 5 yards.
He picks up 5 yards before getting bounced out of bounds.
So that was a design QB keep.
It'll be 2nd and
And
5
looks like
for
a
UNB.
little bit of scruffling out there between the Bombers' offensive line and number 7 on the Hurricanes, Tyler Hobbs.
And it was number 28 for the Hurricanes that
pushed him
was
out of
able
bounds.
to run him down.
That is so number 28 on the Hurricanes. That is Jerome Shimiangila.
And that's why I called him number 28.
Shimiangila. So Hurricanes fan, please help us. We are butchering the pronunciation. And this one's going to be a pass to number 88. That's Matt LaFleur, is it not?
Fleur passed to
That's
Matt LaFleur.
Matt LaFleur really loves running those unders and outs. So that'll pick up another Bombers first down. This Bombers offense is looking diverse. It's looking composed.
Well, Bombers have done a great job setting the table on making the Hurricanes react to Dylan Waugh, and then they're starting to do variations on that. It's a great start.
Absolutely, really good play calling by new head coach Vince Sturgeon. Of course, Vince is new in the head coaching position, but he's been the offensive coordinator for years.
Ooh.
Oh, this time high tackle. Dylan's going to go down for maybe a gain of about a yard.
He gets wrapped up at the line of
I
scrimmage.
don't see any flags. It looked like
No
it could have been a
flag.
face mask or a
UNB.
collar attack.
It looked like it was going to be, but so that's going to bring up 2nd and down, and I guess he didn't pick up anything at all, so that'll be 2nd and 10. Hicks out of the gun. He drops back. It's going to be a pass.
Screen.
Sorry, excuse me. It's a screen. Thank you, Ian.
21.
To Dylan.
The screen pass to Dylan Waugh. He picks up 5, so it'll be 2nd and 5.
That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bombers. So
3rd and 5.
So I think the Bombers. I think this is the Bombers' field goal team. And Ian, who's kicking for the Bombers this year?
That's
Is it
just one
Alex
second. I
Brown?
want to see who sets up. It looks like number 77.
Alex. Okay. Oh, I've got the sheet here.
Number 77, Matt Mills.
Matt Mills. And
It's wide
it's
left.
wide left.
Be good for a single point.
Matt Mills' kick
That
is
goes through, and
wide
that is a
left.
single
Goes out of
point.
bounds, that'll be 1 point.
Hey, in
UNB
Canadian
scores
football,
first.
that single point, those rouges count for a lot. Matt Mills. I was gonna say that Matt Mills. He's a local guy from Leo Hayes. I coached Matt Mills like 4 years ago.
Wow.
Glad to see him still playing football.
So the Bombers had a 9-play series, but only finished off with 1 point. It's a shame they weren't able to get more with such an impressive drive.
So we're gonna see a replay here. This is so Matt's gonna line up to kick it, and he goes. It looked kind of clean, but maybe somebody got a hand on it or something.
Could be.
It sort of goes
trying to
straight
see
out.
if there's any
straight.
celebration by the Hurricanes players.
Yeah,
Or an
we're
error
not
of-
going to see it there.
Commission than omission, I think.
Yeah. So Hurricanes offense going to work. 1st and 10 on the 35-yard line. Petroshka. Petroshek. Thank you, Petroshek. I'll get it, folks. Petroshek out of the gun. This is going to be a big run up the middle. Hurricanes saying, "We see you run, and we can run too."
It's Marco Antonio Brias
Big
Gutierrez.
game for Holland College.
1st and 10. He runs clear into Bombers territory. 1st and 10 on the Bombers' 52-yard line.
That's a strong running back.
This is a young Bombers defense, but young but strong. There's a lot of power in there. So for him to run through that's pretty impressive. This time under center, it's going to be. Sorry, go ahead, Ian. I cut you off.
No. It's Petroshek again, kept it to the right and then was able to slide for a
He
gain.
brings it 8 yards upfield. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Holland College.
So 2nd and 2 for Holland College. They're looking to make a move here, try to put up the first major score of the game.
The gift card for bookstore. People have already put their names in for that draw, and that will be drawn in the 2nd quarter. The other one requires you to do something scoreboard, though. So take a selfie, get it in the background, tag the Red Bombers, post Facebook or Instagram, and you could win a $100 gift certificate to the seller.
Petroshek out of the gun. Pass complete. Oh, and a broken tackle. Marcus Urquhart missed the tackle on that. Eventually brought down for another big gain, though. That'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes.
Matthew Mitchell for the Hurricanes bobbled it at first, was able to get a great game.
So Hurricanes knocking on the door, and we're going to see this one again. Oh, great. There we go. See, nice completion over to the receiver, and Marcus just can't make that tackle. Got to get low. Got to keep your eyes on the hips, Marcus. And eventually he's the receiver's duking around, brought down by a couple of Bombers, slowed down, brought down after a big game.
That was an impressive run. He took 3 of the Bombers.
Well, you know what? That was poor tackling technique. It was the Bombers got to lock that down a little bit. It's just some of that inexperience showing.
Rodrigo
Holland College.
Marsala
stopped on that
Oka
one.
again.
That'll bring up 2nd and 10.
He was stopped for not much of a gain.
So that'll bring up 2nd, and so we're. I think that was a bit of a loss, actually. I think that makes it 2nd and 12 for the Hurricanes. They're on the Bombers 22. Going to be another pass, deep right.
Oh!
Almost intercepted. Pass knocked down.
Pass. Incomplete. Almost.
That was Marcus
intercepted
Urquhart, I believe.
By number 10, Marcus
Intended
Urquhart.
again for Mitchell.
Oh, we're going to see this one again. We're going to see if how close Marcus came to catching this ball. I think the ball was underthrown a little bit, and it's just a jump ball, and Marcus, it was Marcus's to lose, and he just couldn't
Good
quite come
play
down
by
with
the
it.
Hurricane player to knock it out of his hands.
Yeah,
That quarterback will want that pass back.
no kidding. That was a touchdown pass right there. If he was able to hit him in stride. Oh, and I'm sorry, this brings up 3rd down. So we're going to see the Hurricanes make a field goal attempt.
And Matthew Uriah K. Mitchell is the kicker for the Hurricanes.
And the kick is wide right, and it is not going to get the point. It's brought out of the end zone.
Justin, am I right in the
Mitchell's
AFL? Once
kick.
they take it out, it then comes out
Wide
to
right.
the 20 for scrimmage for UNB?
I believe that is the
By
rule in the
Trenton
AFL, yeah, and I
Bannister.
think the officials are walking it out.
Nope. Sorry, Isaac Campbell.
So
No,
the-
Trenton Bannister.
So the Hurricanes had that for 5 plays and were unable to get any points out of that drive.
So there's a UNB Reds hockey game going on tonight, and the score on this board is probably might be the same as the score on that board.
Possible.
1-0. 1-0 for UNB.
Well, we got a good goal scorer and obviously a great goaltender.
Just to bring you up to date, earlier this afternoon in the AFL, Dalhousie beat UNBSJ 31-14.
So Bombers offense going back to work. William Hicks back as quarterback. He's out of the gun. Drops back to pass. Over center connects with Matt LaFleur. Duking all over the place. Eventually brought down.
Complete to Matt LaFleur.
Great play by Matt LaFleur. Nice play action by William Hicks.
That's close to a first down. He's short by 3, so it'll be 2nd and 3.
I'm really enjoying the play calling here by rookie head coach Vince Sturgeon. It's really balanced. It really one play clearly plays off the preceding play.
Making the Holland College defense think every.
Yeah.
Dylan Waugh with the carry. And he plows forward for another UNB Red Bombers first down.
All right, Dylan Waugh pick up a first down.
great
So
run up
first
the middle.
and 10 Bombers. On they're working their way out of their end zone or out of their red zone, I guess.
They're
now on
going
the
back to the
33.
bread and butter with Dylan Wong.
Hey, it worked for the first drive. Sometimes you just got to do what works, right?
Ooh, quarterback draw. William Hicks, nice gain.
And Hicks kept the ball himself. I don't know if Hicks if that was a design play for him to keep it himself there. I think he was looking for a pass, didn't like what he saw, and just took off. So and it worked. It picked up about 7 yards, and now puts the Bombers in a position to pick up another first down. A short run off from Dylan Waugh here would probably do the trick. The first quarter is coming to a close. It's 47 seconds on the clock.
Back to Waugh again, not much of a game.
So, so the play call was as predicted, but the outcome was not there. So this puts the Bombers in the position of having a punt. So we're going to see the Bombers punt for the first time today. Here, I mean, they're 3 yards from picking up a first down. They don't really have a choice. They're midway through their own territory. If they were to go for this on, they were trying to pick up a first down here. they'd be, and if they were unsuccessful, they would give the Hurricanes spectacular field position to try to score a major.
Again, Matt Mills going to punt for the Red Bombers.
Matt Mills was primarily a soccer player.
We won't hold that against him.
Yeah. They make good kickers. Good punt, fielded cleanly by the Hurricanes. Big return. Oh, and there's a flag down, so we'll see what the flag is.
Punt fielded by Max Mallow.
Max Mallow took the ball for the Hurricanes, and there's a flag on the play.
I think we're looking at a hold against the Hurricanes here. One of the Bombers defenders went down a little easily. Trying to tackle the ball carrier. So that'll bring up. So this will bring up 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes. Yeah. So the penalty is against the Hurricanes, and I'm sorry I missed the hand signal there, but unnecessary roughness. Okay.
That'll take the ball back 15 yards.
Thanks to the dulcet tones of Jeff Landine, he filled us in that was unnecessarily roughness.
Always appreciate working with the on-field announcers. Between the three of us, we usually get something right. Yeah. So the Hurricanes going to work. 1st and 10 Hurricanes on their own 37-yard line. Big run up the middle. Moves to the left. Ends up getting pushed out of bounds after a big gain into Bombers territory.
Rodrigo Montez Oka with the carry. The big gain
Oka with the carry for the Hurricanes.
The 1st and 10 Holland College.
He's Dylan Waugh started off really hot there, but and I'm sorry, what was the name? Oka.
Well, there's actually, and that's the end of the first quarter. Actually, when I was doing a little bit of research, it looks like there's 3 players from Mexico on the Hurricanes roster, and based on some phonetics, I'm guessing that's one of the Mexican players.
It makes sense. It makes sense. Holland College does a spectacular job. They use they promote their football team, and they promote their academic programs as excellent opportunities for international students. And it's great. You can come, you can learn a trade, and you can play some football at Holland College. They run an excellent program.
Well, it's certainly showing a big difference where the bulk of the roster for the Red Bombers is from New Brunswick, and while there's a good contingent of players from Atlantic Canada, there's a lot from Ontario, a lot from Bahamas, as well as Mexico with the Hurricane.
Absolutely. And you can see the very different recruiting styles, player base origin. So the Hurricanes, they're going to pass this time. They're going to try to pass.
Oh.
And they get tracked down. That's number 90. We got to flick through to see. That is Morgan Martin. Tracked him down, dragged him down for a big loss. So that'll bring up 2nd and a lot. That's 2nd and 21. 2nd and 22.
Well, now we get to see if Petroshik's got an arm on him.
Yep. Just no choice but to throw here. This basically has to be a pass. And of course, in Canadian football, with 3 downs, if they are unable to complete here, they'll have to punt. It is going to be a pass. Deep left. That's a reception.
Oh, and he's got it.
Attempted by Marcus Urquhart. Attempted to be defended by Marcus Urquhart. And that was Kay Mitchell.
That's a big gain.
Kay Mitchell with a big gain. So there we go. Petroshik has an arm. And Kay Mitchell was the go-to receiver last year. One of the go-to receivers last year. And it's looking like he's stepping right back into that role this year. Oh, and we're seeing a replay here again. So look, yeah, you see Petroshik looking deep left. Big ball, lots of air under that ball. Urquhart goes up for it, but can't quite come down with it. Can't knock it away. Kay Mitchell just wins that battle.
Well, once again, Urquhart's in position, but not able to come up with a play for the Bombers.
Struggling a little bit with ball awareness there. So we've taken a timeout. I'm not sure who's taking this timeout, but everybody's getting some water.
Yeah, no kidding. So this is a big game for the Bombers, hopefully getting a little bit of redemption from last year's semifinal where they lost to the Hurricanes in overtime. And the Hurricanes went on to lose against Dalhousie in the final. So this is a replay of the semifinal from last year.
Absolutely thrilling match. A lot of back and forth. At 2 separate times before we made it to overtime, I was convinced that each team was going to win. I think it came down to the last.
Well, I could tell you the brain trust in the bomb site was pretty depressed after that loss last year.
No doubt, no doubt.
And I use the term brain trust lightly.
Well, it was maybe slightly less of a brain trust by the end than at the start.
It tended to diminish as the game went on.
Yeah. I believe that was a timeout. I'm not sure.
Don't know.
Not sure who called that timeout. So we're going back to the Hurricanes are going back to the ground, and the runner just bounces off of
Gutierrez.
3 or 4 Bombers before they end up bringing him down. So that was a pretty big gain. Not a first down. That'll bring up 2nd and 2. 2nd and 3.
Hurricanes getting some momentum with that big play on 2nd down and long, and then starting to get a little bit of a little more bread and butter stuff working their running backs.
Yeah, Bombers defense might be a little tired here. Hurricanes marching down the field. It's going to be another pass, this time to the right.
Oh. Ball was in the hands of the receiver, not able to bring it in. It's like number 85. 89.
That was
85.
80. That was 80. Gareth McLean.
I thought I saw 85. Oh, we got a replay. This will tell us.
Perfect. Here we go. So Petrosic dropping back. Oh, Ian, I think you might be right there. Yeah, that's 85. So we do have. So 85 is listed as Connor Douglas.
Well, Petrosic will be disappointed. He put the ball right on the money to Connor.
Yeah. Maybe that's why you don't throw to offensive lineman. Well, maybe he's a tight end. We'll call him a tight end.
Be nice to offensive linemen. They're the heart of a team. They're going on 3rd down.
Oh, and the Bombers defense have a chance at a sack. But Petrosic takes off. And Petrosic is looking for the end zone. And he makes it in. There is a flag down. There's a flag down. But it's well past.
And I don't see a signal for a touchdown.
No. So there's no touchdown signal, but the flag is past the first down marker. So I think we're probably looking at a first down here. So the Hurricanes, yeah. So that is a hold. So that's a hold. All right. So that again, same as before. This is a hold. We're going to see this again. So let's see if we can see the hold here. Oh, excuse me, illegal block. Okay, I'm not sure I saw the illegal block.
I wasn't able to see it. It must have been when he shifted direction, but
yeah, I didn't see the Hurricane.
Unfortunate for the Bombers' defense when Petrosic couldn't find the handle for the ball. Everyone seemed to hesitate instead of taking him.
Yeah. I think that was a sack. They were in sack position and they couldn't make it happen. So they're coming back, and again, so because the illegal block happened after the first down marker, this will be a first down. But the ball still comes back, so it's 1st and 10 for the Hurricane on the Bombers' 23-yard line.
And this is the 6th play of their drive.
Petrosic is going to drop back, looking left.
No.
Oh.
Pass is incomplete.
Number 13 was the intended receiver.
That's Tyler Majori. That's all on him. He did a great job getting rid of the defender. But the ball was a little underthrown, and he just couldn't quite come back to it.
He's won the $100 gift card for the campus bookstore. Gary is here tonight.
So
Come to the booth, the opposite side of the field, sometime at halftime, and we will get it.
Hurricanes asking questions of the Bomber defensive backs here.
Petrosic drops back, doesn't like what he sees. He's still looking. And he throws to the end zone. He
Incomplete.
threw into traffic. That was a bold choice, throwing on the run.
Atrocious. Pass is incomplete.
That was
into the end
successfully
zone.
defended.
Bring up 3rd and 10.
And that was to number 80, the intended receiver.
Oh, and we're going to see that again, which is good because I'd like to give you the number on the defense. Or the name of the
Gareth
defense.
McLean.
Garrett, that was Gareth. Okay. There you go. I mean, he throws it. I mean, there's 2 Bombers defenders in the area. That was a bold choice.
Good play
Didn't
by
work
the
out for me. He's
defensive
lucky it
back,
wasn't
and
picked up.
good job by the Bombers to flush him to the right.
Absolutely. So this is 3rd and 10 for the Hurricanes, and they look like they are. What are they doing? They're going to try to. Okay, they're going to try for a field goal here.
Tyler Majori again? Oh, number 17.
That's Kay Mitchell.
Okay, Mitch.
And I think that's good. That is good. So
Matthew
the Hurricanes
Dwyer,
get on the
Kay
board
Mitchell. Kick is good.
with 3 points.
That's 3 points for Holland College. It's 3-1. with
That was
10 minutes
that was
left to
about
go
that
in
was
the
a
half.
23-yard field goal.
Looking ahead to the second half. we
And the
have
Hurricanes
couple
take the
submissions
lead,
for that second
3-1.
contest.
10 minutes,
$100
24
gift
seconds left in the
certificate
half.
to Pub.
Both teams still sort of seem like they're sort of settling into their styles a little bit, settling into their plays.
And Justin, I don't know if we mentioned before, there was a result earlier between the Dow Tigers and the St. John Seawolves, where the Tigers knocked off the Seawolves 31-14. So the defending champions have started right off where they left off last year with a win.
Unsurprisingly, strong team. I know they have a good deal of returning players. And this is going to be a handoff to Dylan Waugh in a stacked box, but there's a
Dylan Waugh
flag
with the
down.
carry. He picks up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd down. There is a flag on the play.
So we'll see what that was. That was right out of the gate. Erroneous flag down. So that'll bring up second. So that'll bring up 2nd down, and however much Dylan
No
picked up.
penalty on the play.
So 2nd and
Bring up
5.
2nd and 5 for UNB.
So Bombers went back to the well with Waugh. Or the well with well.
The well with well. And again, another handoff. This time, Waugh's trying to catch the edge. And he doesn't oh, you know what? He did pick up that first down.
He's got the first
Yep,
down.
he does.
And he picks up the yardage
Holland
needed
College
for
wasn't able to
another
contain
UNB
Waugh, and
Red
he was able to
Bombers
get around the
first
right-hand
down.
side for a first down.
So 1st and 10 for the Bombers on their own 46-yard line. A first down will bring them into Hurricanes territory. So the Bombers will be hosting the Dalhousie Tigers next week. Troshik drops back, doesn't like what he sees.
no.
He's still looking. That was, the Hurricanes celebrating there. That was number 9, Jack Mallow. He just got his fingers on that ball just enough.
Both Red Bomber receivers had a chance there, and one took out his compatriot. They were able to
Troshik
break
drops back,
that
doesn't
zone
like what he
of
sees. He's still looking.
Holland College, and would have been successful if they weren't both after the ball.
Well, and I think Mallow just got his fingers on it a little bit there too. So, yeah, a good job on Mallow defending that pass. Kicked out of the gun. 3 receivers was left. Dylan Waugh right behind him in the backfield. Going to be a pass. He drops back. Almost sacked. He's looking to get rid of it, and he completes
Big catch.
a throw under pressure from 3 Hurricanes defenders.
Hicks eludes the rush.
That's number 12. That's Jake McKay,
Goes
is
on the
it? I
run.
believe that's.
Catch
It's
made by
87.
Jackson Green.
Jackson Green.
Oh, excuse me. I am.
Jackson's a rookie receiver from Riverview High.
I guess I can't see well up here. Maybe I can't see under the light. Oh, we're gonna see that again. Okay, here we go. See, look, like he's dead to rights right here, eh?
Holland college will be upset that they weren't able to get Hicks, but nice catch on the left-hand side by Justin Green. And of course, in the AFL, once you're down on your knees, you're dead with that position.
All right, Dylan Waugh is going to run to the left this time, and he's picking up a first down and then some. Brought down
Back to the ground with Dylan
at about the
Waugh.
35-yard line.
20 yards. They're late flag.
First and 10 Bombers. Oh, there's
Nice
two
run
late
by
flags
Dylan
down.
Waugh. The early indication is pointing against the Bombers.
And it seems like a couple of Bombers players are sort of pushing others out of the way, trying to hold them back. Looks like the Bombers' offensive line's showing some frustration. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Oh, they're bringing. Looks like the head referee's bringing both coaches in for a conference.
That's Cameron Butler showing a lot of frustration. So the officials are bringing the coaches in here. We'll see what they. Well, we may or may not get an indication of what they're talking about. Okay, that was a very short conversation. That's probably what you want. You probably want a very short conversation.
I think we had a cameo there, Justin.
Oh, did we? Oh, there we go. Hey, everybody. Where is it? This one? Yes. Hey, everybody. We know you tune in to see Ian and I. You're not here for football.
Well, there's the good looks and the experience. Choice is obvious.
Which one's the brawn? Which one's the brain? All right, so I'm not sure what's going on here. The officials are having a conference in the middle of the field. Bombers are ready to go. They just broke huddle.
Well, if there was a penalty, you'd think it would have been a dead ball foul because they haven't changed the position of the ball. So it looks like they're moving forward in UNB's favor. I haven't seen a signal for what the penalty was.
Offsetting dead ball fouls. Gain on the play.
Okay. All right. So it's going to be 1st and 10. Yeah. So I think that's it. It's offsetting fouls.
Yeah.
So it's just going to be what the play and of course because it happened after the play was over, dead ball when the ball was dead. It's just where Dylan went down. So 36-yard line on the Hurricanes 36-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 Bombers. And Hicks out of the gun. Back to Dylan. He's running to the left again.
Oh, nice straight arm by Dylan. Oh, big tackle by the Hurricane.
Dylan Waugh with the carry. Close to another first down. Wait for the spot here. Just short. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Red Bombers.
Big run to the left-hand side by Dylan. He's been able to elude the Hurricane runners very well with straight arms and putting some moves and being able to get to the edge where Holland College hasn't been able to contain him on the outside.
Oh, have they been able to contain him at all? He's running effectively up the middle as well.
Well, inside, outside, everywhere he wants to go. A big push up the middle by UNB for a first down.
He picks up the necessary yardage for the first down. Going to be 1st and 10 Red Bombers from the 25-yard line. They're in the red zone now.
Oh, here we go.
So they're setting up for first down from the 24-yard line.
All right, so we'll watch this play, and then I have a special now. Dylan Waugh tripped at about close to the 20-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. All right, so we've got Mitch McCoy, former Bombers. He's watching the webcast. So Mitch, thank you for tuning in. That's great. Mitch is playing pro ball in Germany right now. So he's watching this feed in Germany. So that's I don't know if we've ever had a viewer from Germany before. Hey Mitch, how you doing?
Well, Mitch,
good to see you, buddy.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag. Mitch, of course, just a dynamite player. It was spectacular having him here. He was absolutely electrifying when he got the ball in his hands. It was just just push the touchdown button thrown at Mitch.
Dylan Waugh, nice.
Waugh with the carry. He bounces off the first hit.
Nice spin out to the right-hand side, but it looks like he's going to be short for the first down. An injured player for the Hurricanes, so the officials have done an official timeout while the training staff looks after the player. Again, we got 5:15 left in the second quarter. UNB's driving, and they did get a first down.
No measurement. That is the Red Bombers' first down.
On the got the 14-yard line.
Yeah.
14 now.
Let's go 14.
We're getting close.
Mr. Landine says 14.
Well, one would never argue with Mr. Landine. Or else he'll tell us we're psychologically troubled. First down and 10.
Which may be true. First and 10, Bombers. Hicks out of the gun. Back to Dylan. Straight up the middle. He's still going.
Impressive run.
Dylan Waugh with the ball.
Showing off his power there. And so that'll bring up second down. It looks like it's going to be 2nd and 2.
It's going to be 2nd down.
And we're going to see this one again.
Short yardage.
You know, the other thing too, like really clean handoffs. Handoffs to running backs are not always a given. Really clean handoffs.
Not only clean interchange, but we've got to put kudos to the UNB offensive line. They're doing a great job of pushing the Hurricanes back. It's when you can dominate that offensive line, it opens up all kinds of options for an offense.
Absolutely.
Still moving. So did he get far enough for the first down?
I am not sure. We'll see where they mark it. Oh, you know what? It might be close. Side judge seems to be right about out that marker. First down marker.
Well, Dylan Waugh tried to slither to the left, and he did get the first down.
First and goal. Red Bombers.
It's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. Here we go now.
Big cheers from the stand. Cold cheers, but big cheers.
It would be nice if we can change this into a football score from a hockey score.
That would be great. And they go right back to Dylan. Unsurprisingly, touchdown, Bombers! And here comes Bombers away.
Nice touchdown to the left-hand side by Dylan Waugh. You can see them blow out that side of the defensive line for the Hurricanes. That was a 12-play drive to end up with a touchdown for the Bombers. So back to Coach Sturgeon doing a great job of making the calls.
Yeah, so you see Dylan, I mean, not much to show there. That's the touchdown, but Dylan just walks into the end zone. You know, to Ian, to your point earlier, the offensive line opened up a great hole for him. Bombers away, the traditional UNB Red Bombers touchdown music. Always great to hear Bombers away. PAT attempt, Matt Mills, good.
Matt Mills taps up.
And the Bombers take an 8-3 lead
UNB Red Bombers
over the Hurricanes.
Holland College 3.
Well, the Bombers have done a good job establishing a comfortable offensive scheme right now. So you've got to figure that the defensive coordinators are being challenged by the head coach on Holland College's side as to how they're going to answer this challenge from the Red Bombers and Dylan Waugh.
Absolutely. You know, and I wouldn't be shocked to see after that was a very run heavy, that was very Dylan Waugh heavy series. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little more passes sprinkled in this next drive.
Well, they're gonna be set up for that. I mean, they're setting up the play action pass. If Holland College starts to react by sending more linebackers or trying to spy Dylan Waugh on either side with linebackers, that's going to open up the flats for a lot of the receivers flaring out.
Absolutely.
And I haven't watched all the time, but it seems predominantly Holland College is playing a zone. There have been a number of open receivers when they're down there, but again, why go away from something that works?
The kick fielded after a little bobble.
Jack Mallow for the Hurricanes returned that kick.
pushed out of bounds at about the 30-yard, around the
Burkhart's kick shielded by number
25-yard
Jack
line. 30-yard
Mallow.
line.
He gets it 3 yards before being brought out of bounds by the Red Bombers.
So this will bring up first and 10 for the
down,
Hurricanes.
Holland. We have a winner on that second contest.
First and 10. It'll bring up first and 10 for the
Rhea
Hurricanes.
McIntyre.
So the Hurricanes have 3 minutes and 19 seconds to try and answer that score by the Red Bombers.
Not a lot of time, but it is certainly enough time to score a touchdown.
Well, given by a couple of passes we saw from Petrosiak, he can certainly eat up a lot of yardage.
Not too many though.
Briones Gutierrez with the carry. He's at the line of scrimmage by a wall.
That was Gutierrez going off of the right tackle for a dive. Didn't gain that many yards against UNB. They're set up. We're waiting for the official to move the down box for a second down Hurricanes.
That is a 3-minute warning. 3 minutes left in the half. 3 minutes till you can hit the Red Bombers' tent for the Kinsmen.
And Jeff Landine telling the intrepid fans that have shown up to the field tonight that there's 3 minutes left in the second quarter.
So if you're watching in Fredericton, certainly plenty of time to come out and catch some live football action. But we appreciate you tuning into the webcast. So big pass attempt down the right, overthrown.
Petrosiak was using the wind behind him to try and get that receiver number 80, but or not 80, but 85. But he was overthrew him.
Yep.
And don't forget, anybody, if you're having a party, getting ready to go out to see Nathaniel Radcliffe and the Night Sweats, there's a football game still going on here, so come see us before you get downtown.
I'm sure you have time to watch to get this game in before Nathaniel comes. There you go. There you go.
Well, and it looks like the Hurricanes are going to have to punt. So I would imagine the coaching staff from the Holland College is having their own night sweat.
Ian, I see what you did there. That was good.
Well, you know.
So we're informed up here in the booth that the night sweats never go on before 11. This game will be over before.
Nathaniel Radcliffe's night sweats may not, but I think the Holland College night sweats are happening right now.
All right.
99
Hurricane
almost
punt.
got the block.
Yeah. So high punt. Not what they were looking for. That was not a great punt. That was only a net gain. That was a net gain of what, 14 yards? 13 yards.
Yep.
So that'll bring up first and 10 for the Bombers on the Hurricanes' 40-yard line.
So not too productive by the special teams of Holland College. There's a bit of a Shankosaurus to the right. And now we've got first down and 10 with 2 minutes and 31 seconds for the Red Bombers to see if they can add to their total. Let's see if they go back to the well. If Dylan was the target again.
That's exactly what they do. It's going to be a handoff. Dylan's running to the right. Ooh! Dylan tries to jump over a defender, but he gets a big piece of him. Dylan, glad you're able to get up from that one, buddy.
Big adjustment by Jack Mallow for the Hurricanes that was able to contain Dylan that time. So finally finding an answer to Dylan running straight, running left, running right. They've got about 9 yards to go on second down.
So we'll see what Coach Sturgeon dials up now.
Well, I would think this is a perfect time to do some play action.
Yep.
Oh, look at this. He's got
So this is just going to be a straight-up pass. Almost intercepted. Pass knocked down by number 6.
Now they put in their other quarterback, Jack Rollins, to throw that ball, and it was a little short for the intended receiver. So it looks like third down.
Well, so this is, and this is kind of why you don't necessarily run with multiple quarterback sets. Once you get one quarterback throwing the ball, it can be a little tricky coming in and.
Well, I'm wondering if that was tactical, if there was an injury on William Willie. He looks okay.
So we're hoping Hicks is all right. Maybe we'll see if we can find out why Hicks was pulled out of that game here at halftime. And the Bombers are going to call a timeout. So the Bombers are going to call a timeout. So we'll take a little breather here. You are watching the UNB Fredericton Red Bombers take on the Holland College Hurricanes, a beautiful BMO Center field in Fredericton, New Brunswick, on the UNB Fredericton campus.
And we want to say a hello to all those Holland College fans that are watching from Charlottetown or around PEI or anywhere.
Anywhere in the world.
That, well, of course, we've got thousands, possibly tens of thousands of people watching the broadcast.
Hi, everybody. Thank you for tuning in.
And again, you're missing a beautiful night for Harvest Jazz and Blues Festival here in Fredericton, the BMO field. And they're now taking the field for the punt from UNB.
So Matt Mills is going to punt this one again.
Jack Mallow waiting for the punt.
Bad snap. Mills picks it up. Punts it to the right. Decent punt. The ball is bobbled, and he's down. So that's going to be a decent pickup. That's going to be a pickup of about 20 yards.
And that was bobbled by Max Mallow. Looks like we had the Mallow brothers waiting for that punt. We had Jack and Max.
All right, so I think we're going to see that one again. So bad snap, bobbles along the, sort of scrapes along the ground there. Matt Mills, good job on Matt picking up. You can't quite see the extent that it hit the ground there behind the pole. It's a little higher than he was probably hoping for. And then Max Mallow, he's just struggling.
Well,
and the ball's down right there.
Well, you can see the official was a little late on the whistle because he would have been down with the knee down. Here's another play. Could be intercepted. No, incomplete.
That pass was knocked down. I believe that was number 20. I want to say 22. Was that Turner Sturgeon out there?
Player's still down.
Pass knocked down by number 22, Turner Sturgeon.
Yeah, you're bang on, Justin. That's not a good thing to see Turner down. Always up on his own steam here.
Turner's a big football guy. He's playing football for years, decade. Like as long as he could walk, he was playing football. He was the running back for the starting running back for the Bombers here a few years ago, and he was just unstoppable. Just a lot of power in his leg to push forward. And but I think it took a bit of a toll, and he's playing a bit of a different role now.
Well, he's playing linebacker now, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, he's listed as a linebacker, running back.
Well, looks like he had a bit of a knock, but he's under his own steam. His father, the head coach, checking him out. Looked like for the most part he'd be all right.
He's a tough kid. Despite being as big and as powerful as he is, he's also fast to face. That's how he was able to get there and knock down that ball.
We've got second down for Holland College. Once they give Turner time to get back off the field. Minute 41 left.
Oh, and the Hurricanes snapped the ball, but they snapped it prematurely. So we're going to have to try.
No flag on the play. Time hadn't been whistled in.
All right, so I think what happens there is we just do it again. Nothing up.
No harm,
okay.
No foul.
All right, so 2nd and 10 Hurricanes on their own 15-yard line.
Oh, big sack by the Bombers. Number 90.
Petrosic brought down for the second time by Morgan Martin.
Morgan Martin with the tackle for the Bombers, putting Holland College with their backs right up against their goal line late here in the second quarter.
That loss moves Holland College.
So you see, I didn't quite see from the replay there, but there were two Bombers defenders in there, and the blocker was the blocker who was protecting. Petrosic.
Well, Petrosic, I think, was looking for that out pattern that they set up with the streak coming on the outside, but he wasn't able to get there with the Bomber defender taking him down.
So the Hurricanes left with no choice but to punt 3rd and long in their own territory. The ball is just 8 yards, 9 yards out.
Oh, again,
Punt goes out of bounds.
bit of a
Gets
shank
all
off to the
across
right-hand
25.
side.
There's a flag on the play, though.
Looks like it's going to be marked on the 24-yard line if the play stands. That's a call against Holland College.
Call is against Holland College.
They'll be going to the UNB captains to see if they want to take this. I think hand behind the head is illegal man downfield, is that? I think it's illegal player downfield.
So the penalty is against Holland College. If that is declined, UNB takes the ball at Holland College's 25-yard line with lots of time left.
They've got 1:26 left in the second quarter. And we've got 17 again back at quarterback. So something's up with Hicks. We've got Rollins at quarterback for
Called
UNB.
by Holland College.
Trying to see if there's anybody working on Hicks on the bench.
Time for some water for the players. Almost time for strength for everybody else.
Well, he doesn't seem to be hurt. He's just standing on the sidelines. So Coach Spurgeon having a chat with the new quarterback, letting him know what the intentions are for the UNB offense.
New jerseys this year. Definitely sharp dressed men.
A lot of jokes going on up here in the booth today.
Well, jocularity is everything that we do here.
I believe you folks at home can hear the on-field announcer. He's telling jokes, we're telling jokes. Spectacular. All right, so minute 26 left. Bombers are hoping to put some points up before we go into the half. Hand off to Dylan Waugh up the middle. And the Hurricanes seem to have keyed into
Dylan Waugh with the carry.
Dylan here a little bit. He picked up just a yard, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
It'll be 2nd and 9.
So it's going to be interesting what Coach Spurgeon calls here with a new quarterback, if he's got confidence to be doing any play action now that we've got Holland College reacting to Dylan Waugh.
And this one's going to be a pass, looking right. Great ball, wide open, touchdown Bombers!
Rollins pass complete to number 87, the rookie, Jackson Green.
What a beautiful pass. I think we're going to see this one
Here's
again.
a
Here we
replay.
go. This was just so quick. Bit of a low snap, but that's okay. He comes back, sets. Look at this ball. Beautiful spiral. Hits him in stride. No, sorry, not quite in stride. He did have to pull up a little bit, which almost gave the defender a chance. But that was number 87. And excuse me, 87 is Jackson Green. Jackson Green just pulled away from his guy so quickly. Jackson Green out of Riverview
Conversion's
High.
good.
So the PAT is good.
Kitchen cat by Rollins and Green.
Yeah, Jackson Green out of
Matt
Riverview High.
Mills puts
So
the top on it.
15-3.
7 more points.
1 minute left in the half.
15-3 with
Well, Justin, I'm finding it interesting. The last couple of plays we've seen Holland College staying in a zone defense. They must be committing extra players up front to be to accommodate for Dylan Waugh, and that they paid the penalty there because it looked like there was, if not Jackson, there was other receivers that were open. But Rollins did a great job of being able to find that open receiver to get the touchdown for the Red Bombers.
I think that's exactly what's going on, and that's why they're having more success stopping Dylan. All right, so Matt Mills going to do the kickoff following the Bombers' touchdown. And the Hurricanes are going to have some difficult discussions, but but let's not forget that this Hurricanes team is not a whole lot different than last year. And the semifinal game looked a lot like this one. Bombers having a lot of success, and the Hurricanes rallied in the second and then in overtime to win. So this is a huge return by Jack Mallow, and he's dipping and diving all over the place.
Jack Mallow with a big return, dipsy doodling his way down the middle of the field for a first down for Holland College. 44 seconds left for them to get a chance to answer the Red Bombers score.
So they picked up. So we'll see here. So okay, we're gonna see a replay here. So Jack Mallow. So see, he starts. It was a good kick. He started on about his own 20-yard line, and so he ended up picking up about 50
Two
yards.
high tackle attempts by the Red Bombers. Again, another two players, another extended arm. Back to what you talked about before, Justin. It looks like we could work on some tackling technique for the Red Bombers in these kind of special teams plays.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, we missed the play.
The throw six pass knocked away by Urquhart this
But
time.
Mallow, I mean, so he picked up about 50 yards north-south, but he ran a whole lot more than that.
Okay, so Petrosiak tried to pass to the left-hand side, but he was unsuccessful with an incomplete pass coming up with 2nd and 10. .35 seconds left.
Hurricanes in striking distance.
Well, Petrosiak has gone to his right in these situations. Let's see if he does it again. Oh,
Almost picked off, but not quite. A touchdown saved by Ian Saunders.
Almost picked off, but caught by number 17, Mariah.
So it was caught by Kay Mitchell.
Well, once again, Marcus Urquhart's trying to make the play, but was just a couple of inches short. I think his eyes went big, thinking that he had an interception, but was unable to make the play.
Adopting a bit of a high-risk, high-reward play style this evening. 1st and 10 Hurricanes on the Bombers' 20-yard line. 29 seconds left.
So some interesting choices by the Hurricanes. If they run, it's going to be tough with the amount of time. So probably they're going to be passing to take full use of the time that's left.
And why not? It's working out pretty well, especially to Kay Mitchell. But Petrosiak is going to go to his right to a wide-open receiver. Comes down with the ball. Hurricanes touchdown. That is number... I can't quite see the number.
85.
85. That's 85. Okay, so that's 85. Our list, and I apologize, Hurricanes fans. Our list says Connor Douglas, but he's listed as an offensive lineman. So if that's inaccurate, please let us know. We're going to try to check on this.
According to the other roster we have, that's Connor Douglas. So until somebody can give us a message, that's a touchdown for Connor Douglas.
And it may be Connor Douglas, but the curious thing is that Mr. Douglas is listed as an offensive lineman. And offensive linemen don't typically catch. They don't typically catch that. Right. So I think maybe a typo on the sheet. In any case, if that is not Mr. Douglas, I apologize. If it is, good job, Mr. Douglas. And the PAT is good. So the Hurricanes get a major.
7 points make for 15 to
They
10
close the
with
gap,
21 seconds
15 to
left.
10.
Well, Justin, as you said, that it was no time for the Bombers to relax after their second touchdown. The Hurricanes were successful in coming back and answering.
This Hurricanes, the Holland College Hurricanes have always been just a dangerous team. They can score a touchdown very quickly, and they've always been able to do that. A lot of talent.
So both teams doing a little bit of conferencing before they've got the kickoff with 21 seconds left in the second quarter. Of course, they're going to want to put the Red Bombers as deep as they can to try and prevent them from being able to put any more scores up in the second quarter before the halftime break. So we've got Matt LaFleur back for the Red Bombers, along with Jake McKay.
Bombers apparently weren't sure if they had 12 men on the field. They do. And the Hurricanes are just going to do a little squib kick. Deprive the Bombers the opportunity to have a touchdown return.
Hurricanes kick it along the ground.
That's an interesting choice by the Hurricane coaching staff because, I don't know whether they're concerned about the run back from UNB, but, with a couple of plays, they could be in striking distance for a field goal.
Yeah, Ian, you're absolutely right. With 19 seconds, though, that is a little tight. And they've seen Matt LaFleur do things like that before, score touchdowns before, right? Matt LaFleur has that potential. And Jake McKay as well.
Well, we'll see if this pays off for the Hurricanes.
And it looks like the Bombers hoping to catch the Hurricanes a little off guard with a run up the middle.
It'll be 2nd and 7, UNB.
Plays like that will not put points on the board before in 13 seconds, though.
We'll see if Coach Spurgeon's going to let Jonah Rollins go and see how far he can throw this ball.
Well, he threw a beautiful touchdown pass on the last drive, so it would make sense if he gave him another shot, but not this play. That's a run up the middle back to Dylan Waugh for a gain of 3. Oh, and that is time. So that's going to be it. And so that's how the Bombers are going to the half. So we're going to do a little first half summary or first half recap for you. All right, there we are. Hey everybody. All right, so we're going to do a little first half recap for you. We got some key plays queued up by our excellent production team at Streamlight Production.
This is one of those plays in the first quarter for the Hurricanes where Bombers had a tough time tackling on the right-hand side.
Yeah, just really poor, like grabbing the jerseys, not wrapping up.
Next play, you're wondering about Petrosik being able to set up. This was again another close play where the UN number 10 was able to make the play this time and deny the touchdown for Holland College.
Yeah, Marcus Urquhart, but that was even. Yeah, I mean, he was in position. He knocked it down.
And I think that this is Aka, who was a strong runner for Holland College. UNB had a really tough time bringing us down, but if I remember correctly, they only used him about 3 or 4 times. I'm wondering if they were going to see more of him in the second half. This looks like we're into the second quarter. A little movement by the offensive line on Holland College that the referees
They got away with that one. They got away with that one. And so you see Petrosik, and
this is
one
the catch again for
that's
that
the reception
default to the left-hand side. Kay Mitchell seems to be the favorite receiver along with number 85, but he's doing a great job bringing the ball in. There's the bobble and the scramble.
Petrosik taking off, showing he can run too.
And then there was an illegal block on this play that might have been on number 80 giving him a hip on that thing.
Yeah, that wasn't much of one though. I'm not sure. Yeah, so this is the one where Petrosik gets into the end zone, but that's called back. So that is not a touchdown. You see the Hurricanes' hands going up, but that was it. And I believe this is a knockdown.
Scramble again where he's rolling out to the right.
Or is this a touchdown?
No, this was he wasn't able to bring this one in, if I remember correctly, to the right-hand corner. Again, some good defense by the Bombers, so the Bombers is probably coming on the next drive where they're able to score a touchdown.
So we see Hicks is still in the game at this point, so this is halfway through the second quarter here.
Doing a heck of a job with the straight arm to avoid the tackle.
This was amazing. The throw on the run, the completion.
Yeah, it was a really nice job. He's running to the left, and he's able to bring it back across his body to the receiver, coming back to the ball, which is important for the receivers to help out the quarterback.
Yeah, that's Russell Wilson stuff right there.
There's Dylan Waugh again. And again, this is what we talked about before. Look at that offensive line. Blow those Hurricanes off of the line of scrimmage and making it easy for Waugh to get that first down and set up for the touchdown. And Dylan again without a lot of opposition, just taking it to the left-hand side with a nice touchdown for the Bombers. Now, again, we've got the new quarterback back for the Red Bombers, and this is a touchdown in the end zone. And again, you can see the defensive backs from Holland College. I mean, they're in a wide zone, but none of them were near the receiver, not to mention the guy that was wide out on the right-hand side.
So this is the big return by Mallow.
Setting up a nice wall by Holland College, and as we talked about on the last time we saw this replay, some questionable tackling by the special teams at UNB.
Yeah, like right there. He should have been gone there. That was, I'm not sure what that was. Not a tackle at all. And Mallow takes advantage, showing incredible elusiveness until the very end here, when he just runs into a player. He just ran out of real estate. All right, this is the last one before we go to break. Everybody get a snack and a beverage. That's what I'm going to do.
And this is going to be the touchdown in the right-hand corner for Holland College. Number 20 trying his best to get his head turned around for that play, but wasn't able to do it.
All right. We're going to take a little bit of a break, get a snack and a beverage. We'll see you back here in 10 minutes and 50 seconds.
Okay, looking forward to it. Hope you come back to see us.
Yeah, that was great. That was awesome. And we're back. Are we back? We're back.
And we're ready.
All right.
for
I hope you all had an opportunity to get a snack and a beverage.
Will kick off to the Red Bombers.
And we're going to see what the Bombers and the Hurricanes have in store for our viewing pleasure in the second half.
And for anybody that's in Fredericton or had the chance, you were missing out on the Commitments doing Mustang Sally commemorating Harvest Jazz and Blues for everybody here in Fredericton.
So the Hurricanes won the coin toss. They elected to receive in the first half, which means that the Bombers are receiving in the second half.
Hurricanes, I think, have the win behind them. Means UNB will have it in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, surprise onside kick, and I don't think it was out of bounds. It was kicked out of bounds, so that is not allowed. That is a penalty.
Well,
so
good effort by the Hurricanes to try and do the short kick and have the Red Bombers unawares, and they were a little bit lackadaisical on that play. There was a good chance that the Hurricanes were going to pull it out, but went out of bounds, and there'll be a penalty, so it's going to be a UNB 1st and 10.
Yep, it almost worked. It was caught them sleeping a little bit.
It's a first down, Red Bombers. Illegal procedure on Holland College.
The head referee doing the signal for illegal procedure with given this is Jazz and Blues Week looked a little more like doing the Hully Gully. Okay, and who do we have at quarterback for UNB?
So we did some checking. So Hicks is not injured. He's fine. It was a coach's choice. But Jonah Rollins is back in.
And I think Jonah looked left and the running back went right. So it was a bit of a broken play.
Jonah Rollins on the carry. Broken play. Gets dropped. Be a loss of a few yards for UNB. It'll be second and it looks like 12.
Jonah Rollins is a rookie out of Leo Hayes.
He got back to the line.
So the Bombers running with some rookie,
both of
cross
them
New
are
Brunswick rookie
Both of them rookies,
quarterbacks. Yeah.
One FHS, one Leo Hayes.
Riverview.
Oh, who is?
Sorry, excuse me. No, I misspoke. Yeah.
There's no such thing as you making a mistake, Justin.
Hicks is Fredericton High School. Rollins almost wrapped up here. So Hicks and Rollins would have played against each other last year.
Yes, he would.
And
Rollins
is going to get taken down for a big loss. He is very upset about that, and that is very inopportune. That'll bring up third down, and the Bombers punch squad will come out.
Rollins eludes the.
Well, you can see a big difference from the beginning of the UNB offense when they were depending on Dylan Waugh and setting the table with making a lot of success getting downfield, and then with that small error that they had on that first down, weren't able to bring it back.
Well, and that's with 3 down football, that's not uncommon. You get one mistake on one play. I mean, you only have really 2 tries before you have to punt. So one small mistake can really kill a drive.
And a bit of a shank to the left-hand side and out of bounds. No return by Holland College, and they've got first down and 10.
Matt Mills should not be happy with that one. That was a net gain of 10 yards. So 9 yards, excuse me. Matt's been decent tonight. That was not one of them.
So Holland College coming out to see if they can set some momentum at the beginning of the third quarter. And it's been interesting watching Petrosic in the first half. We're going to watch a little bit on the replays and stuff. I think it's interesting. He doesn't necessarily set that back foot before he throws, so he's got a pretty strong arm to be able to be as accurate as he was.
And handoff. This is a new running back, I believe.
Well, 34, I think, is Oka, isn't it?
Oh, is that Oka? Excuse me.
Montez to Oka.
That is Oka. Excuse me.
It's a gain of 7 for Holland.
Look, I believe that we are excellent webcasters up here in the booth, but we are not professionals. So
speak for yourself, Justin. Once the check comes in the mail, we become professional.
You're getting paid for this?
Well,
I wanted to
I'm
tell
gonna-
you.
I'm gonna- I'm
I
gonna
wanted to tell you after the broadcast.
I'm going to have to talk to the executive.
Now, this is going to be interesting to see if Holland College does a little more of this, because I think they were really successful when they gave the ball to Oka. He's a really strong runner.
I'm sorry. Sorry, what you guys are seeing right now? I just want to take a moment to appreciate the dance moves of Gabriel Saint Germain. He's playing the air drums. Oh, cut
Looks
the
like
music.
it was
We're
rough
gonna-
play
we're gonna
against
cut-
Holland College.
We're going to cut the music, I think. We're going to cut the music. Yeah.
Unnecessary roughness called against Holland College. That'll take the ball back.
We were getting some signals up here in the booth that the players
But 10 yards back.
could not communicate because the music was a little too loud. So we adjusted that.
So it was unnecessary roughness against Holland College. It's going to be second down and looks like about 16, 17 yards.
While I have the opportunity, just a couple updates on other UNB teams playing today. In men's
So that must have been a foul after the running play to bring them back to. It would have been 10 yards from the point of the foul.
Yeah, I think so.
23-22. I'll get back to you with more in just a sec.
See how UNB sets up to defend this. Draw.
So big run by Briones Gutierrez,
Big game.
straight up the middle, largely untouched.
Well, UNB's got to be disappointed that they gave up a play like that up the middle.
So you're going to see this one again. And a lot of setup here. It really seemed like they were going to be throwing a pass here. But they don't. He goes straight to Gutierrez. And straight up the middle. And, okay, so here we go. We're back at the action. And they're going back up the middle again. This time the Bombers all over it. So Oka bottles them up with a small gain of a couple of yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 8, I believe.
Curtis with the tackle. James Curtis with the tackle on that play.
Tomorrow, there's a baseball game, 2 baseball games versus Holland College at Royals Field, one at 1 and one at 3:30 p.m.
So great play by James to pinch inside and stop Oka from gaining any worthwhile yardage on that play. Defend this. Defend this.
The Hurricanes and 2 running back set. That was a pass intended for number 10.
Tishan
Tishan
Tran.
Tran, who's also a quarterback.
Gets the pass off.
So that'll be third down for the Hurricanes.
But that pass was way overthrown, and so I suspect it'll be third and 7, 6.
UNB had good pressure on the outside to make sure that the Hurricanes quarterback threw that ball probably a little sooner than he wanted to.
So I think we'll probably be seeing a field goal attempt here. Yeah, okay, so the slab is coming out, so we'll see a field goal attempt here from the Hurricanes. And the Hurricanes will be they won't be able to pass the Bombers with this, but they'll be able to close the gap. Currently the Bombers 15-10 over the Holland College Hurricanes just a few minutes into the second half. Snap is good. Kick is off. Far right. I'm sorry. It didn't even make it to the uprights. So there is a flag on that. I'm not sure what that flag was for. It was right where the bomber.
Is there such a thing as no yards on a field goal attempt?
Well, that's what I'm wondering about now.
I'm guessing that would be why the flag was.
Yeah.
Here's a replay.
It would make sense for the position of it. Yeah. So I think he panicked a little bit.
Kick
there.
is short, and if you watch the Hurricanes players coming up close, the ball's not taken, and they're pretty close to the receiver, which I think is what the call is for no yards on the Hurricanes.
Yeah, I was unfamiliar with that rule. I've never seen that before. I've never seen a field goal attempt go so short. So it is a penalty against the Hurricanes. I'm not sure what that signal is.
And once again, we have to give a nod to our great on-field announcer,
Jeff Landine for giving us an update on the rules at the Atlantic Football League. As we would have thought that was the case on a punt, but not necessarily on a field goal attempt.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering with this penalty, I mean, normally if you take it, if I remember correctly, once you get it out there, it should go to the 20. Would they add, with a no yards penalty, does it go to the 20, or do they get an option where it's going to be more than that?
Well, it seems like the officials are conferring.
No, but like if you get tackled outside the end zone, don't they bring that to the 20?
Oh, so we're going to see the official had some communication with Coach Sturgeon, but I'm not sure what that was.
Well, while I'm questioning why the ball doesn't come further out, I think Coach Sturgeon has the same type of questions as to why they're being penalized for a play when there's a penalty involved. Doesn't look like he was going to get what he was looking for, and they're going to be 1st and 10 from deep in their own zone.
But yeah, but that's where the ball went down. Like I don't know what this is. Like I thought, I'm not sure what the penalty was. I don't know, folks. I don't know. If any of you do, let us know. You can tweet at UNB Red Bomber or Facebook.
Oh, nice play.
Matt LaFleur, big gain. 1st down Bombers, 1st and 10. On their own 34-yard line, 24-yard line.
Well, Jonah Rollins taking advantage of Holland College reacting to the running plays with some play action with a pass off to the left-hand side, and they were successful in making a 1st down.
So this one's going to be a toss to Matt LaFleur, and Matt LaFleur is brought down for a loss, I think. Very unusual. But the Hurricanes sniffed that play out from the very beginning. It just did not work.
And Javier Fernandez with the tackle for the Holland College Hurricanes.
And I think we got a timeout, Hurricanes. We got timeout, Hurricanes. And I'm not sure why they're taking a timeout here, but they are. So you are watching the UNB Fredericton Red Bombers in their home opener, first game of the season, against the Holland College Hurricanes at the beautiful BMO Center Field, the UNB campus, Fredericton, New Brunswick.
Well, we've got Holland College head coach having a hard time with the officials here, asking some questions as to what the calls were. They seem to be a little dissatisfied with whatever those calls were, or they did or did not call.
Well, the two head coaches have that in common.
Again, if this is you're just coming to our broadcast earlier today, there was a contest between the Dalhousie Tigers and the St. John UNB Seawolves, and the defending champs Dalhousie Tigers were victorious with a score of 31-14 in St. John, New Brunswick earlier this afternoon. So the defending champions are now 1-0. Second and 11 for UNB.
Rollins out of the gun. Oh, quick pass intended for who I believe was number 87, Jackson Green, but the pass was batted down by
big play again by number 28 for Holland College.
Jerome T. We'll just call him JT. Shimiangila.
I think it's Shimangila.
We'll just call him JT. All right. So the Bombers going to punt. Matt Mills back, 3rd and long in their own end. No choice here. So we'll see what Matt does. Matt didn't have a great punt last time. This one is going to be a little better, but it is fielded cleanly by the returner. And he's going to give up a lot of yards running backwards. And this is going to work out really well for the Bombers if they can bring him down back here. There is a flag down, though. Okay, so he's brought down at about the Bombers' 50-yard line, which would be a huge pickup.
And again, that was Max Mallow with the return, another one of the Mallow brothers who seem to be a pretty effective in returning special team kicks for Holland College.
But there is a flag, so we'll see what's going to happen here. Officials have not yet signaled who the penalty is against. Looks like a block from behind against the Hurricanes.
Illegal block.
Illegal block, excuse me.
No, could have been from behind.
It could have been an illegal block from behind.
Again, Justin, you don't make any mistakes.
So that's a 10-yard penalty. So the great swap in field position here for the Bombers. So they gave the ball back to the Hurricanes, but the Hurricanes will be starting in their own territory on their own 50-yard line. So 1st and 10 Hurricanes.
Come over to our side of the field. On the south side to the
So we'll see what Petrosic is able to do with the Holland College offense.
Petrosic in the gun, 2 running backs beside him. It's looking pass. And they're tracking him down, almost get him down. And this is a pick. This is an interception. I don't see any flags. And that is an interception, Bombers, and the Bombers will take possession. Bryn Davies with the interception. Good job, Bryn Davies. Bryn Davies, we used to talk about Bryn Davies a lot last year. He is a phenomenally talented defensive back. And he makes an impact in the first game of the season today.
Well, impressive job by the front 7 of UNB to flush Petrosic out to his left and set up that interception by UNB. Let's see if UNB can come up with one of the drives similar to what they were able to do in the first half. Jonah Rollins set to throw the ball. Again, he's scrambling up the middle.
That's not what you want.
And fights for 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 UNB. Rita McIntyre has arrived. We have our winner. Just like to point out while we have this pause that next week.
So it's going to be interesting if UNB is going to take advantage of some of the play-action play that they'd set up in the first half, if they can get a reaction from the Holland College defense. Again, similar defense by Holland College with the free safety deep.
Oh, and the handoff. Okay, so we were talking about handoffs in the first half. This handoff was bobbled. Excuse me, was that the snap or the handoff? In any case, Rollins manages to scramble and get the ball completed to, I believe that's Jackson.
Great play to his left.
And so that'll bring up 3rd down because it is short of the first down marker.
Great adjustment on a broken play by Rollins.
Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see whether UNB's got the confidence in its offensive line to go for this, or whether they're going to punt on 3rd down.
It's that'd be a bold move. You know, it is just inches, but they are in their own territory. Mind you, Coach Sturgeon is
Coach Sturgeon putting in the signal to go for this.
They try to go quickly to catch the Hurricanes off guard.
It's a quarterback keeper.
No signal yet, but the pile did move past the first down marker. So it's a question now of whether Rollins got past the first down marker. It'll be close. It wasn't much of a gain.
Well, the Hurricanes defense was trying to influence the head referee, and he's calling for a measurement.
That's close enough to measure.
This is going to be an important measurement for both teams.
On the 28th for homecoming, we'll be giving away a $500 Visa gift card and another $100 gift card for the Cellar Pub.
So
For details on those on social media.
So this is pretty impressive. Having such a busy weekend in Fredericton with Harvest Jazz and Blues, we've got a Q game going behind us at the Aiken Center between the Cape Breton Screaming Eagles and St. John hockey team in the Q, and we still have lots of people out on a brisk evening to watch some great football. First down for UNB. They can continue to work on this drive.
First down.
See if Jonah Rollins is able to put together some more plays to gain some more ground for the Red Bombers.
1st and 10 Bombers on their own 42-yard line. Rollins out of the gun. This is going to be a handoff to to Dylan Waugh for another first down. First and 10 Bombers now into Hurricanes territory.
Well, Coach Spurgeon using a little trickery in the backfield to set this up, and Dylan Waugh running really hard. And he's going to die hard here. The Holland College defender is going to remember that contact.
Yeah, that was tough. I'll tell you, that would do me in. They'd be carting me off the field.
Well, you can tell Dylan Waugh's had some good coaching, because they tell good running backs all the time, be the hammer, don't be the nail, and he certainly was in that particular case.
Absolutely. And he got him. It awarded him with a couple extra yards. So I'm not sure if you've heard the on-field announcer, but we have homecoming coming up on September 28th.
Absolutely.
And but we are back here next week as well. Next week is September 21st, right?
Yep.
So September 21st next week against the Dalhousie Tigers, and there's lots of prizes, on-field prizes to be won over the next 2 weeks. So if you're listening at home and you're able to come to a Bombers game, get out, do it. The remaining 2 regular season home games for the Bombers, I believe those are at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So the weather will be a little warmer, hopefully. Dylan Waugh taking off, close to a first down.
Dylan Waugh busted outside again.
UNB's doing a great job on finding those holes inside the tackles and then being able to bust them outside for more yardage.
Second and 2. Bombers on the Hurricanes' 45-yard line. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. And it's going to be, okay, so this is a handoff. But Rollins looked like he was trying to take that ball back.
Well, again, I think Coach Spurgeon's setting him up for some play action there. You'll see a lot of that play in NCAA play down in the States, where it becomes the option of the quarterback as to whether he leaves it with the running back or then takes it on his own to either do a scramble or else set up a play action pass.
So Dylan was not giving that ball back, though.
Well, when you're the bread and butter of an evening, you're going to want the rock.
Yep, absolutely.
So interesting here, we got 3 receivers to the right-hand side. I think Holland College is still in zone. And there was the play-action play, just as we talked about. Holland College doing a great job of being able to defend that, though.
Yeah. Well, and they're playing pretty tight coverage off the line there. So those quick passes are not going to work. They're expecting those.
That was Sam Phillips, the receiver for UNB, trying to do a little bit of a move to get around on the left-hand side, but was unsuccessful. We've got second down and 9. Touchdown, UNB! Long pass down the middle. Nice throw by Jonah Rollins.
To Jackson Green.
Jackson Green, almost identical to his first half touchdown.
Were we just talking about that?
I think we were just
talking
about
the long ball is going to be the weakness there. They're playing up. They're anticipating the short pass.
So that was a 7-play drive by the Red Bombers and successful for a touchdown and now set up for the conversion.
All right. Bombers take a 21-10 lead and trying to add the 1-point PAT. Matt Mills, the kicker. And I believe that's good.
Matt Mills' extra point is good.
So 22-10, UNB Fredericton Red Bombers in their home opener, the first game of the season.
Well, when the UNB Red Bombers give our broadcast team some extra budget, it would be nice to be able to go down and talk to Coach Spurgeon and find out whether he's setting up more of these deep passes with the zone that he's seeing their Hurricanes set in.
Well, I think we can. I mean, I think we figured him out, haven't we?
Oh, I don't know.
Do we have to talk to him about it?
I thought you said this is the Hurricanes. They now have a chance to see if they can answer by a challenge of the Red Bombers.
Absolutely. And you know what? And you can't count these Hurricanes out. Extraordinarily talented team. They're going to be looking to, and if over the past 2 seasons, I don't know if there's a coaching difference here or if just it's the mentality of these players. They really love like the quick strikes after these momentum changing points that the Bombers put up. Oh, the official now telling us to chill the music out. We're just trying to have fun up here. So I would not be surprised to see a couple of big play attempts here by the Hurricanes. Such as the return. This return is looking very good. And he's pushed out of bounds, but well into Bombers territory, all the way down to the Bombers 45.
Well, we've got to say this is at least the 3rd time we've seen questionable tackling by the UNB Red Bomber special teams. Here comes a replay.
Great kick by Matt.
44-yard line.
That was kicked all the way down to the Hurricanes' 20-yard line.
Well, watch how many UNB Red
Well,
Bombers have a chance. There's one.
So there's one. He just walks right by him.
There's 2. Again, these are arm tackles. I mean, there's nobody near him.
These are finger tackles. Arm is generous.
Now, I've got to tell you, if I'm the Hurricanes coach, I'm wondering why that player went out of bounds. So
Yeah, he was just. I think maybe he just got his momentum going too quick.
Oh,
I mean, he did just run 30
Here comes
yards.
Petrosic on 1st and 10.
And the handoff to Oka for nothing.
And the UNB front 4 has the answer for that.
He's wrapped up for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, Oka was a really strong runner in the first half, and UNB seems to have found an answer when they're going between the tackles with Oka. We'll see if this continues. One would presume that Holland College is going to be looking to put the ball in the air.
And it is exactly going to be a pass. Petrosic rolling out to the right. Hits a wide open, and I'm sorry. So this is the player, right? So I'm glad we have the opportunity to correct this now. This is the player we thought was an offensive lineman. We thought it was Connor Douglas. It's Kimani Simpson. He was wide open. I think the defender broke coverage, thinking that Petrosic was going to run.
1st and 10 from UNB's 32-yard line.
Well, UNB's front 4 is going to be frustrated. They were able to flush Petrosic out to his right, but he had a wide open receiver.
So 1st and 10 Hurricanes. Petrosic out of the gun. He's going to roll right again. This time Morgan's chasing him down, and he's forced out of bounds with a gain of 4 yards, so that'll bring up 2nd and 6.
Number 90 forcing him well out of the pocket, going hard to his right, wasn't able to find a receiver. You can see UNB now set up in what I think is a 3-4 defense, taking advantage of trying to get some more speed on the corners to stop Petrosic from being able to roll out and get more time on his pass plays.
Yep, and that was Morgan Martin chasing him down. Morgan Martin already has 1 or maybe 2 sacks, Ian, I think.
I think he's got 2.
2, yeah, 2 sacks. And he's been in the backfield half a dozen times at least. And quick pass completed to Kay Mitchell.
Petrosic's pass complete to number 17, Kay Mitchell.
Comeback pattern for Kay Mitchell. He did well to come back for the ball when Petrosic threw it off to his right.
So that'll bring up another. So that's another Hurricanes 1st down. So we're seeing the Hurricanes march here a little bit, picking up a relatively short 1st down. 1st downs.
So Justin, tell me, we had a wind shift. Does it look like the wind's now against Holland College, or are we just shifting here?
I'm not sure. It's a little tough to tell. You know, you can sort of use the flags on the top of the pole. It does look like the wind
I'm
is
trying
now
to see if it's
blowing
against them or if it's
in their
left to right.
face. Yeah.
Oh, we've got Kay Mitchell limping off the field here for Holland College. It'll be interesting as to how they're able to replace him.
That doesn't look good. He looks like he's in some pain. He is walking off under his own power though. Jushin.
Oh, nice post pattern.
Hurricanes touchdown with Kay Mitchell out of the game. They go to number 13, Tyler Majori.
The Trojans pass complete to number 13, Tyler Majori.
Hurricanes taking advantage of the zone coverage by UNB and found a nice little seam here. We got a replay. You can see Kay just going by the linebackers and finding that little soft spot in between the defensive backs and the safety.
Yeah, that was a really nice route. Really nice route. And the Hurricanes closed the gap.
And as an old dog would say, it's nice to see a classy receiver hand the ball to the official as opposed to the Billy White Shoes Johnson celebrations.
Absolutely. So the PAT is good. So 22, it'll be 22-17. 22-17. It'll be 22-17 for the Hurricanes. Oh, there is a flag down. Excuse me. We'll see what the call is. I didn't see anything wrong with the kick, but the officials seem to have.
And if anybody can remember what team Billy White Shoes Johnson played for when he was popular with the NFL, we've got a couple of chocolate bars here in the booth that we'd be happy to give you as a prize.
Ian, I'll tell you, I do not. I do not know.
We'll have to ask the announcer, Jeff Landine. Jeff Landine, do you remember who Billy White Shoes Johnson played for in the NFL? Of course he knows. The NFL. I know, and now I'm getting schooled by Jeff on the fact he played with the CFL. But I was alluding to the Houston Oilers. As usual, the oracle of football in all leagues is Jeff Landine, and telling us exactly that we shouldn't even try and outsmart him as far.
Did he hand the ball off? Like just hand it to the referee?
Okay, no, what I was saying was we're having a conversation with Jeff Landine. The opposite is when Billy White Shoes Johnson scored a touchdown, there was a whole dance routine that would happen before he would spike the ball, which was not the case with our impressive player from the Holland College Hurricanes.
Of course, touchdown celebrations now are commonplace.
Kick is good.
So the second point after touchdown is also
And
good.
Justin, I think that's the end of the third quarter.
That brings us to the end of the third quarter. So so that doesn't mean a whole lot. It means that the clock stops. The teams switch ends.
21-17.
It is 22-17, excuse me, for that 1 point, the point on the missed field goal.
All right, so we've got a good contest tonight. 1 quarter left, 15 minutes. 5-point difference between the Red Bombers and Holland College. And I'm trying to see, I still think that we had a wind shift, and I think it's going to be going against UNB.
Those flags are moving more now than they were earlier. So however the wind is blowing.
Well, this will be interesting whether UNB's able to set up the ground game again. It would be to their advantage with the wind against them. Not only to do a better job of ball retention, but gaining some more ground and getting a little bit of a cushion from Holland College. Good take by UNB. Big return up the middle.
That's Matt LaFleur on the return.
He picks up a bunch of yards. UNB will be scrimmaging.
So that'll be first and 10 for the Bombers
42.
on their own 42-yard line.
50-50 draw. So if you've got ticket number 3988213, that's 3988213, we've got $108 for you. You can pick that up over here at the booth.
We've had a switch at quarterback from UNB. We've got William Hicks back underneath center. Oh, we got early movement by Holland College. Big run up the middle. Be interesting to see. It looks like about a 5-yard gain, so I'm wondering if UNB is going to take this penalty, if it is offside, and then we'll have first and 5 if that's if I'm correct with the penalty. And again, it is offside against Holland College. Looks like UNB has taken the penalty, so that'll be first down and 5.
That'll move the ball up 5 yards. It'll be first down and 5 for UNB.
William Hicks again, set up his quarterback. Low snap, steps back for the throw. It's flushed to his right. Low throw for his intended receiver.
Hicks scrambles, underthrows his receiver though. That would be Jackson Green.
Justin, I gotta wonder if he had the chance at a second thought whether he had some space out to the right-hand side and was able to keep that and get a first down.
Yeah, it's always a, and now look, I was never a quarterback, but I always thought it's a, I've always wondered what's going on in a quarterback's head when they're making those decisions.
So we've got second down and 5. Hard running by Dylan Waugh again. Looks like he's going to have a first down.
He gets close to that first down marker.
So I wonder if hopefully Hicks isn't too cold out there after sitting on the sidelines for as long as he did. I'm still finding it interesting that the use of the 2 quarterbacks.
Well, if you pay any attention to the early articles before the game, I think Coach Spurgeon was impressed by both of them in camp, which is why he didn't pick a starting quarterback before the game. So I think he's taking advantage of giving them both an opportunity to get some game experience.
Well, maybe that's exactly what he's doing, and hoping the clear starter emerges, I suppose.
So we've got first down for the Red Bombers. Dylan, again, looks like about a 6-yard gain up the middle.
Dylan Waugh with the carry. He picks up 6 yards. It'll be second and 4.
William Hicks getting instructions from the UNB bench. So are we going to stay with the bread and butter and give it again to Waugh, or are we going to start to set up a little bit of play action?
Going to Dylan. He's got a first down and more.
Another strong run right up the middle.
He picks up more than needed for the first down.
That's a first and 10 Bombers just inside the Hurricanes' 45-yard line.
Winner on that 50-50 draw is Bob Martin. Bob had $108 and then gave it back to the team. Thanks very much, Bob.
So I'm not sure if you can hear the on-field announcer, but you hear that Bob Martin won the 50-50. The 50-50 prize was $108. He donated it back to the team. Thank you, Bob Martin. Bob Martin, Morgan Martin's father. Morgan, of course, having a great game, getting into the backfield as often as he can. He's not on the field now, of course. He's defense.
Nice run up the middle by UNB. They did a little bit of early motion to the left, which had the linebackers for Holland College moving to their right, and was able to get a good first down right up the middle. UNB taking advantage of the offensive line just blowing away the Hurricanes on these running plays. If Holland College can't stop this, I can't see why UNB would do anything else.
Of course. Of course. Mind you, they have been able to stop Dillon a couple of times. But then the Bombers have done a great job switching away from Dillon. I think Dillon was about to take the ball there from Hicks. So Hicks rolls left. He's rolling right. He's going to keep it. He's got a first down and then some. Great job, William Hicks on the broken play to pick up a first down. So 1st and 10 Bombers.
Here we got a replay coming up.
Oh,
I think William Hicks is making the commentators look a little better as to why he would not throw when he's getting so wide open on the right-hand side.
Well, there you go. So he was, the play was clearly intended to go to left, but the defenders were there. He didn't have anything. He had a lot of open space on the right, showing off his legs.
And real smart choice to go out of bounds and set up a first down in scoring position. Here we go.
Yeah, he saw that first down marker, and he made it past, and that was all he was interested in. So this is going to be a handoff to Dylan Waugh, and he's got lots of space, and he is in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Red Bombers.
No flags on the field.
Cue Bombers away.
That was a 7-play drive by the Red Bombers going in for a big touchdown, mostly with on the legs of Dylan Waugh. And again, we've got to give kudos to the offensive line for UNB on making all that space for the running back, making his life easy as pie. Here we go with the replay.
Okay. Oh no. Maybe.
Just
we'll see the PAT. Oh, and the PAT is no good. Wide left. It was
high snap with a flag.
High snap.
Point after is not good.
You saw Matt down.
And official
hole
says
on
that
drive and great running by Dylan Waugh results
it
in
was no
6
good. We're
points
going to see
for
what
UNB.
the flag was about.
Makes the score 28-17. There is a flag on the play, though.
Oh, no flag. No flag on the play.
And the officials have reconsidered that flag.
28-17. UNB will kick off.
So 28-17 favor of UNB Red Bombers. So, Justin, what do you think Holland College is going to come back here? Are we going to do some sprint outs, or they're going to be going back to Oka to gain some ground?
Well, they seem to be having a lot of success, marching down the field, picking up 10, 15 yards at a time. But the Holland College that we certainly knew from last year, they loved, after these Bombers touchdowns, they loved throwing up a couple of big plays and getting a quick score to kill the momentum. So I'm a little surprised that we didn't see that after the last Bombers score. I think we're going to see them try to go deep a couple of times. Mind you, the wind could be a factor in that decision as well. The flags are picking up out there.
Well, I think it was a question by the Holland College coaching. They've got something like 32 rookies on the team this year, so it'll be interesting to see how they respond to UNB's score. Let's see if UNB special teams can improve their tackling from the other kicks that they've had earlier in the game.
The Bombers' tackling on special teams has been an issue, and the Bombers are going to try an onside kick.
He's got it.
No, he does not. He came very close.
Well, if he touched it.
I'm not sure he did. So the flag came down because the kick went out of bounds.
Yeah. It's just from the far side of the field, I wasn't able to see whether he was able to make contact or not.
If he was able to touch it, then it would be Bombers' ball. But I'm not sure he did.
Doesn't look like it with the change of personnel here.
Yeah. And I think you'd be seeing the officials signaling Bombers' ball if it was.
Yeah, it's Holland College ball, but it was an impressive effort by UNB, especially given the results from the last couple of kicks. Why not try and do that? They certainly aren't in a worse position than they were before.
And the head coaches seem to be doing a little bit, tit for tat here today.
It's early in the season. They want to see how teams are reacting and, of course, want to pull out some of those special plays that starts to get the players keen.
Yeah.
Nothing like bringing those out to get the players keen instead of just doing the normal, boring run that you would on special teams.
Yeah.
And, of course, all you special team coaches out there will be upset that I called them boring special team.
So another big run up the middle from Oka for a gain of about 5 yards to bring up second down.
He's a strong runner, but UNB's doing a fine job of negating much of that run.
Yeah, they're doing a great job of bottling him up. Really impressive. So of course the way the AFL works, there are 4 teams in the AFL. All the teams make playoffs, but the regular season is very important for home field advantage. We have seen historically home field advantage plays a pretty significant role. Not having to travel, there's quite a bit of distance between some of these teams, other than UNB, Fredericton, and St. John, because you got Charlottetown and Halifax. So winning this game against Holland College is a huge advantage, a huge indicator of the Bombers getting a home field playoff game. So I'm sure that even though it's early in the season, that's in the heads of the head coaches.
Well, Holland College did a slant pattern to the inside with Simpson. They were successful with something like about a 20-yard, 25-yard gain.
So it is with 9 minutes left in the game, in the fourth quarter, because of course we could have overtime. 28-17, UNB Fredericton Red Bombers over the Holland College Hurricanes at BMO Center Field in Fredericton, New Brunswick. Holland College with another run up the middle.
Gutierrez up the middle.
He picks up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3.
So 2nd and 3 for the Hurricanes. On the ball is well in Bombers territory at about the 30-yard line. Gutierrez running again. He did not pick up a first down though.
Like it. I think
but he's close. And this is go for it territory.
Yeah, it doesn't look like Holland College is reacting. They're going to go and try and get this first down.
It's the play did not make it as far up as I thought it did. It's not nearly as close as I thought. So they've still got about 2.5 yards to go to pick up the first down. They're going for it though, and that makes sense. There's 9 minutes left. They're in Bombers territory.
And Gutierrez looks like he's got a small knock. He's coming off. They've got an injury timeout. So interesting questions for Coach Jamie Edwards, sending the signals into the Red Bombers as to are they going to set up for a running play? Are they going to use play action? Where are those weak points that Holland College is going to try to attack?
I think if I'm the Hurricanes, I think I'm looking at a pass play here. They've been doing a lot of runs. I think the Bombers are keyed into the run. They've sort of been able to stuff Oka and the runs up the middle. I think they're looking at a pass, and that's exactly what they're going to do. And it's going to be a quick pass out. But you know what? Oh, okay, yeah, okay. The spot. I wasn't sure about the spot, but the spot is it is well past the first down marker. So that'll bring up 1st and 10 for the Hurricanes on the Bombers' 25-yard line.
And Justin showing off again what a student of the game he is by calling that it was a pass to the left-hand side.
Well, the Bombers have not done a great. They've done a much better job at stopping the Hurricanes' run today than their pass, especially those short passes.
Well, I'm surprised. I mean, Pachurik seems to do a fine job of doing them. I'm wondering why they don't do more of those short passes.
And this is they're going back to the run. So they're really using the run. The Hurricanes are really using the run to establish the pass game. Run first and then passing when they feel like they need to.
He picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Holland College.
This is going to be the 6th play of this particular drive with the Hurricanes.
6th play, 6 minutes left in the quarter. Let's not forget the last 3 minutes of the quarter. It's all stop time. Longest 3 minutes in sports, as they say. So lots of football left. Here we go, another short pass out to the left. I think he's short of the first down though. Yeah, he's going to be inches short. So the Hurricanes will go for this for sure.
He's wide open on those plays, though.
Yeah.
I mean, he does these quick little look-in plays that are simple passes, and I think UNB's sending linebackers on the right-hand corner, so they're taking advantage of UNB blitzing.
So you see, so the water kid, he was about to run the water out during this injury timeout, and Coach Jamie Edwards grabs him and takes the water from him to take the water out himself, and he's just looking for an opportunity to talk to his guys.
Another wily coaching move.
He's a smart guy. He's not much. He's a smart guy. He's not much of a runner though anymore.
Ooh.
And he was great. He was great, but he looked like he was. He's not in running shape right now.
Well,
Coach Edwards.
Justin, don't forget that the older we get, the better we were.
Well, perhaps, and please don't tell Coach Edwards that because he can still. I am still very much afraid of the man.
We've got 3rd down and short.
So we're going to see a QB sneak for sure. And I think he's got it.
Quarterback sneak. Looks like he got the necessary yardage. We'll wait and see here. Yeah, that's the first down. The referee signals.
So 1st and 10 Bombers.
1st and 10 Hurricanes. At the Red Bombers 15.
Sorry, excuse me. I said 1st and 10 Bombers, didn't I?
Yeah. You
This is what I need to. I'm distracted here. 1st and 10 Hurricanes. Oh no! Oh no!
Deep ball.
So Morgan was in backfield again, but blew a tire, and Petrosik
Ball's incomplete.
looking deep to the right, but overthrown.
Player was open, though.
And
Petrosik was flushed out.
Bring up 2nd down.
and Morgan Martin, he's not feeling good about that one. He was looking for another sack. Jamie Edwards seems to be having a bit of a tough time getting his play calls in. He is now the Bombers bench is at the opposite end of the field where the play is happening. So and I think the wind out there is drowning at the voice a little bit.
Well, I look like there's another defensive back on the left-hand side, so I think they're trying to take away that quick look-in seam pass. Oh, we got a Bombers player down. That's why they called the injury timeout. Head referee coming over to have a conference with the head coach of Holland College, Coach Spurgeon, coming over to find out what this is about.
Well, he just doesn't really want to be left out of the party. So
Well, they're adding time.
oh yeah, so I think this is what they're doing. Okay, folks at home, I apologize. We're trying to figure out what's going on here. I think the issue was there was 10 seconds come off the clock that should not have come off the clock. So 10 seconds are being put back on the clock. 4:29.
So 10 seconds need to be added to the clock. It'll be 2nd down, Holland College.
So 2nd and 10, Holland College on the Bombers' 15-yard line. Petrosik in the gun. 2 running backs beside him. It's going to be a pass to the right.
Wide open.
Wide open. Oh! And out of nowhere. Unbelievable. Out of nowhere. So the pass was intended for Tyler Majori. And out of nowhere, Jack Houseman.
Here comes a replay.
By Jack Houseman. That'll bring up third down.
Oh, Jack Hausman doing a great play coming off the other receiver from his safety position. So this is a big play for Holland College to be third down.
What a knockdown by Hausman.
So interesting choices by Pachoric. It seems like on the 7-yard patterns, he's got receivers that are wide open. When he tries to get those deeper, it's giving the UNB D-backs time to make the play.
And so, oh, okay, all right. I thought.
Atrocious pass.
Oh, they're claiming that the pass was uncatchable. There's no penalty on the play, and the ball goes back to UNB Red Bombers with 3:55 left in the game.
So I just want to take a note here. So I just talked about Jack Hausman. I believe that's actually Jake Hausman. I think that might be a typo on our sheet. He's a rookie out of Leo Hayes. If I'm wrong, I apologize.
Well, PEI's got to be frustrated with that. They had a 10-play drive that went for naught. They got nothing out of it. And now UNB's got the ball with a little less than 4 minutes left. And an 11-point difference.
Bombers defense showing off a great bend but no break mentality there. The Hurricanes had to use, I think, 2 or 3 third downs on that to even get where they were. And you can only do that so often before your luck runs out.
So I would imagine UNB's going to want to try and take this minute off as best they could before they get into stop time.
Yeah, so in the spirit of that, a run up the middle makes a lot of sense, and they'll probably make the run the same play again.
So no surprise to us, no surprise to Holland College, and no surprise to the fans. They gave it to Dylan Waugh right up the middle.
Hicks out of the gun. He's going to keep it this time. It's going to be a quick pass out to Matt LaFleur, who catches, picks up a first down and more. First and 10 Bombers.
UNB with an impressive play-action play with a flare pass off to the right to get their first down. And we've got the clock counting down. We haven't had a 3-minute warning, have we?
We have not. We will in a moment. And there's the 3-minute warning.
So UNB going to do everything that they can to keep the ball in their hands and let time waste away on Holland College.
2:45 though, that's a lot of time to tick.
UNB putting a lot of receivers onto the left-hand side of their offense. Holland College reacting. Should leave a lot of gaps on the right-hand side. And add 10 seconds.
So 10 seconds going back on the clock, so that'll be 10:50. Sorry, excuse me, 2:55.
Seconds added to the clock.
And so the Hurricanes looking like they're in man formation. And it's going to be a run up the middle. Dylan Waugh picks up another first down, stumbling over the 50-yard line. First and 10 Bombers on their own 51-yard line.
Again, we got to give kudos to the UNB offensive line for letting Dylan Waugh just go through Swiss cheese here every play. They're right down the middle. It's something when you can gain that amount of yardage consistently.
Kicks out of the gun, another handoff to Dylan. And Hurricanes maybe finally figuring them out, at least on this instance, stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
No gain, it'll be 2nd and 10.
So 2nd and 10 for the Bombers on their own 51-yard line. A little bit of trickery here on the part of the Bombers. And that'll be enough for, I think, 5 yards. But a flag is down off to the side. We'll see what that call is for. It was came at the end of the run.
It's against UNB.
We must be looking at a hold, I guess. Yeah.
That'll be an interesting choice for Holland College. I would imagine they decline.
Tough choice. I'd take it if I were them. I'd take it.
Well, if they decline, it's a 3rd down there. If they take it, they're going to be back 10, but they give UNB 2nd down over again.
Yeah, 2nd down over, yeah.
And good call, Justin. They did take the penalty. And we'll get to see if they... if this is a choice that is going to have negative ramifications for them.
So the flag came out late. The penalty, the hold must not have occurred at the end of the run because it was 10 yards back from the line of scrimmage. So the hold must have been earlier in the play.
Well, Justin, just to create a little controversy, I would think that we didn't see that flag out until that player was tackled. So I'm wondering whether that was a correct adjudication on that play.
Yeah, that's a good question. Dylan Waugh hold on to that ball awful tight.
Almost
it doesn't
there.
matter. He almost picks up a first down anyways. A run of almost 20, it's 20 yards.
That's a 19-yard.
Well, here's an interesting choice from UNB now because they've got a short. They're just short of being able to get another first down, which would be huge and knocking more time off the clock. Are they going to give possession back to Holland College, or are they going to go and try and get this first down?
This is tough. I think they go for it, though. I think they go for it. This is tough.
Coach Spurgeon showing confidence in his offensive line.
What's the
I think
whistle?
it was before the whistle. They
What's the
got
whistle?
the play away before the play was whistled in.
Oh, okay. Coach Sturgeon unhappy, getting talking to by the officials, which is very typical Coach Sturgeon. And Hurricanes are going to call it time. Excuse me.
Oh, I think
the
the Hurricanes called a timeout before the play was.
Okay, so that's what the whistle was for. Okay. Yeah, that's exactly what it was. All right, so this is a huge play for the Hurricanes. This is a huge play for the Hurricanes. If the Bombers get this first down, there's a minute and 40 left. It's going to be tough for the Hurricanes to do something there. So the Hurricanes are currently down. They're down by 11 points.
So you got to score at least twice.
Yep. Yeah. So they need 2 scores.
So this is make or break for the Hurricane defense, and I'm sure that's what their head coach is busy telling them.
So that single point from the Bombers is really important here because it means that a touchdown and a field goal is insufficient. They need 2 touchdowns or a touchdown and a 2-point conversion and a field goal. This is a tricky spot for the Hurricanes. And if the Bombers get this first down, their path to victory gets a whole lot tougher.
Well, we get to see if Coach Steve Lettner has been able to inspire his troops to be able to stop UNB. Oh, play action.
And Hicks is going to roll it to the right, and I think he's got the first down here. He does, and he runs right out of bounds, and he knows that's huge.
Big first down for UNB, and a big run for William Hicks.
Picks up the first down, gets out of bounds. It'll be first down UNB on the Hurricane side of half.
So 92 seconds left in this game. Sorry, 92 seconds left in this half. The Bombers have 3 downs to shorten this time.
So time being the bigger enemy than Dylan Waugh right now for the Hurricanes.
And you can't count them out. They're a great team, but it's all uphill. Hand off to Dylan Waugh. And he's going to rumble
Back to Dylan Waugh.
for about 8 yards, 7 yards.
So, Justin, I don't know that we've set up any particular awards on this, but if anybody's got to be named player of the game, I would imagine Dylan Waugh gets that for this evening.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Dylan Waugh is doing all the work, of course, behind his offensive line. You can't forget running backs get the glory, but it's the offensive line that makes those initial holes for him. He's breaking tackles, he's plowing through guys, but his offensive line is creating those opportunities.
And UNB's got to be encouraged by how good that offensive line looked this evening.
Absolutely. Back to Dylan Waugh, to nobody's surprise, and he's going to break through with a little spin move at the end to pick up an extra couple of yards. That's another first down for the Bombers. First and 10 on, looks like their 23-yard, the Hurricanes' 23, 24-yard line.
First and 10, UNB Red Bombers.
Well, we hope that we've got some budget for a massage for Dylan Waugh at the end of the evening, because he's carried the UNB Red Bombers to victory this evening.
Oh, he's going to be pretty tender, I'm sure. He's going to have a lot of bruises.
And he's not feeling any of them right now.
Nope. Nope. He's just feeling good right now. And Dylan Waugh, of course, a great player on the field, as we're seeing tonight, but he's also taking a leadership role off the field as the lead of the players group. There's a players group that represents all the players, and he's the lead on organizing off-field player activities. And he's the contact with the UNB Bombers board. So Dylan Waugh demonstrating a good deal of leadership on and off the field so far this season.
That's brilliant. So it looks like we've got a Hurricane player down. So again, Justin, you were saying I think the next game is next Saturday at 1 o'clock versus the Dalhousie Tigers.
Right here at the BMO Center. So we will be, so I will not be here next week. Ian will be here with you.
And what a shame.
What a shame. I will miss you.
But for everybody who's listening to our broadcast tonight, the only chance to get the feel of what UNB football is like is please come down to BMO Field, where only you can hear the dulcet tones of Jeff Landine live when they take on the Dal Tigers next week at 1 o'clock. And if we get a group or a crowd of more than 1,000, we promise that Justin won't sing the UNB Red Bombers fight song.
I'm not sure what the count is tonight. I don't know if we broke 1,000 tonight, but
well, good on all of them for showing up on
absolutely.
a brisk evening when there were so many other options to go to in a very busy Fredericton.
Yeah, and there's no there is a good crowd here tonight. They have dwindled a little bit as the night's gone on, but it's a good crowd. They're bundled up. I see a lot of blankets over there.
At the Holland College 12.
It's Steven Sears coming off the field with an injury. Let's hope it's just a tweak. Officials waiting now for him to get off the field. His teammates helping him off the field.
So Hicks in the gun. He's going to hand it off. This time that's not Dylan. That's
flags all over.
Hicks gives the ball to Turner Sturgeon.
That was to Turner Sturgeon, number 22. And he's down.
And we're going to see this again because I'm not sure what happened.
Well, they were holding him up after at the end of the play, and let's see what happened at the end here.
And so 28 and 7 have Turner pretty much bottled up here.
Trying to get
he's
the
still
ball.
fighting though. Turner's a tough guy. Oh, okay.
I see.
Yeah. And I think so. I don't think they were necessarily trying to do what they did. But they were fighting. I think perhaps that play should have been blown dead a little earlier once Turner lost forward momentum.
I'm just not sure what the guidelines are on the rules these days as far as that type of a tackle when it goes above and beyond. But looks like Turner's able to walk off on his own steam.
Turner might be a little more embarrassed than anything else. There aren't many guys on this field who can keep plowing forward like Turner Sturgeon.
I see a signal of a penalty that would be against UNB, and of course, they pointed towards UNB. Sorry.
We're having some debate up here.
Having an official conference right now on what happens next.
We're having a debate up here in the booth between the on-field announcer and the webcast announcers. Just for you folks at home so that you know what's going on. The officials have not clearly indicated who the penalty is against. There was a lot of jawing, so it looks like the penalty is now going to be against UNB. I suspect for after play chatter.
Well, it's definitely against UNB, and here comes the signal from the head referee.
Conduct.
It's called rough play.
Oh, rough play. Okay. So it must have been a shove.
So the official crew, I guess, did not see anything wrong with that tackle, whereas the UNB players saw much wrong with that tackle and took a little bit of the rule of law into their own hands and were penalized for it.
Yeah. You know, I think that tackle looked a lot worse than it was. I mean, Turner's just going forward with so much force. As soon as he left his feet, I think that's what happened. I don't know if they were necessarily trying to lift him up. But certainly it didn't look good. Bombers players didn't think it looked good. And that led to the shoving, which led to the 15-yard penalty. So there are 55 seconds left. Perhaps more importantly than the field position is that there are 55 seconds left. Hurricanes trailing by 11 points. Hicks is going to hand off to Liam Cameron, who had a couple of spectacular games last year, but I believe that was his first carry tonight. Bombers they have a lot of really talented running backs.
So they've got 46 seconds left. Be interesting if UNB decides to go for some more points, or they're going to settle for taking a little more time off, and it's going to be really hard as the time ticks off, regardless of whether they get a first down or not, as to whether Holland College has got enough time to make 2 scores.
So Hicks, out of the gun, 2 running backs by side, and he's just going to take a knee.
Surrender.
There you go. You know what? Not a bad idea.
And given that we've got Harvest Jazz and Blues, the refrain of time keeps ticking away is to the chagrin of the Holland College Hurricanes.
So this is third down. So I think so this is it. They can take all the time off with one more knee. So now they'll wait for, because I think they have 15 seconds that they can take off. That's exactly it. And that's game. So the UNB Fredericton Red Bombers win their home opener against the not against the defending champs, against the 2018 playoff victors over the Bombers, the Hurricanes, the Holland College Hurricanes.
So great start by UNB to win their home opener. And really impressive on how their offensive line was able to control a lot of the defense. So we got to be impressed.
There we go.
Thanks, everybody, from Prince Edward Island watching the game, and also all you Red Bombers fans on a great start to the season for the UNB Red Bombers.
Including Mitch McCoy in Germany. And I believe we have a couple of replays here for you. So doing a little summary while the players shake hands. So we've just got a handful of replays here for you to summarize the second half.
Oh, big scramble out here by Rollins. Able to sneak out to the right-hand side. All but brought down by Holland College. So this was earlier in the third quarter, I think.
Yeah, so this was and Rollins, I believe, if I recall, he was pulled out mid-third quarter. Again, really interesting timing on when the quarterback.
Absolutely. This is Oka again.
Big stiff arm.
Really strong running by the running backs of Holland College. Great gains. And this is going to be that long deep. Oh, this is the interception by UNB.
Interception. Yeah.
That was a big play for them because I think Holland College had a bit of momentum going in there, so they were able to stymie them early on into the third quarter.
Well, and the Hurricanes were having a lot of success on those long bombs too.
So a little bit of a scrambly play for Rollins. Again, Holland College all over him.
And this was the one that he scrambled, and then he ended up connecting.
Yeah, it was a big
really impressive play. Rollins really demonstrating his athleticism on that one.
And this is a nice play by UNB. If I remember correctly, they went for at least 20, 25 yards right up the middle, doing a little bit of a misdirection, and then finishing strong against 26 from Holland College. Josh Rollins, it looks deep. It looks like it was their touchdown play, wide open down the middle.
Wide open. Jackson Green, yes.
I think so. Well, Jackson Green certainly found Green and got a touchdown for UNB on that play.
The puns tonight, Ian. They're working.
So this is a big return for Holland College. That's going to be, I would imagine that UNB's practice, there's going to be a lot of special teams practicing on how to start to contain these plays and do a little bit better job of tackling.
Yeah, if there's one thing that the Bombers really need to work on coming out of this game, it's their special teams tackling, their open field tackling.
Oh, it was a fake out of our esteemed cameraman and a long throw to the right-hand side. Big catch down the middle. And again, this player's name, Justin, I forget.
85?
Yeah, we thought it was the lineman.
Oh, yes, we thought it was the lineman, but so we apologize for that. We thought it was Connor Douglas. It's Kimani Simpson. And
I think this is going to be the touchdown down the middle for Holland College when they found the seam with the post pattern.
Yep, to Tyler Majori. And that was immediately after the K. Mitchell injury.
And here we go by a nice run by UNB.
That's Dylan just walking into the end zone.
Right up the middle. Yep. Nice move to come right back towards the post and have a touchdown to finish off Holland College. And there's a big defensive play by UNB. It looked like Holland College was wide open.
That's Hausman coming in. And like I said, if this is that's listed as Jack Hausman, and I don't know if it's Jack or Jacob, but it looks like a kid I used to know who played at Leo Hayes, Jacob Hausman. He made a lot of plays like that. Great ball awareness.
Here's Dylan Waugh once again.
Look at the spin move. Look at the spin move for the extra yards. There was no need for that.
No, really.
He just wants more. He's just working. He's a workhorse.
And this is the play to Sturgeon where I think it became controversial, where they were trying to get the ball away from him, and then there's a suplex type of a tackle, and thank goodness he wasn't injured on the play.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That's definitely, you could review that one, I think.
And we're done.
And that's it. So, football fans, Bombers fans, Hurricanes fans, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week right here at 1 o'clock on Saturday. Have a good week.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good night.